Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the show.
Those are the thunder throws, so shock and groan. Disobedience turned their hearts to stone. Rejected the truth, lost in the zone. Now they're paying rent in Hades' bone hole. Those crackheads, no shelter in the night. Underworld gates that
Greetings, Illusions of Choice. Good morning. Rhea, good morning. Owen, good morning. Happy Monday.
finding crack, no way back. Lost souls on brimstone track. Ignorance, gotta pay the toll. Zeus truth or face the door.
Got you queued up. Welcome.
Veils of the foolish on the underworld.
Gotta have that backup on standby. I get it. Good morning.
Chains, no antidote. Gods convene, truth unseen. Demigods whisper, lost souls scream. Follow the path or drown in the stream.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the show. Rhea. Vegas, knock it off, Vegas. Good morning and welcome, ladies and gentlemen. You know what we're here to do? We gotta do the right thing in America. That's right. Hey, good morning, ladies and gentlemen. All right, Mr. Magic. Good morning. Let's go. You know what we're here to do, ladies and gentlemen. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Good morning. I don't watch news anymore. All right, Dark DJ Craze, welcome. Good morning, brother. Nice to see you.
Folks afloat. Veils of the foolish on the underworld moat.
Yesterday, and we cooked, didn't we, DJ? Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Woo! All right, let's get this show started.
Yeah, me Zeus.
Okay. Yeah. I'm just making sure we get everything ready to go. Rock and roll. No Trump 2024 in here, all right? This is Biden's year. Don't you mean Trump 2025 at least? I mean, get your stuff right, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, these Trump supporters, we smoked them last night like some bacon, right? Smoked salmon. If you had smoked salmon, that's good too. I used to make that once upon a time. All right, ladies and gentlemen, good morning. Welcome to the show. All right, Rick in the chat. All right, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Once again, we are back in the Thunderdome. And you know exactly why we are here. All right, but before we get started, let's take care of some housekeeping business. For those of you who do not know who I am, I go by the name Zeus, or as some like to say, Triple H. And you know exactly why they call me Triple H. It's because the first H is because I'm honest. I'm the most honest person on social media. All right, the second H is because I'm also the most humble. Am I, right? And then the last and the final H, ladies and gentlemen, is because you've guessed it, I am and will always remain the most handsome. Nutty, I know you're out there, Nutty, but listen, you can try them. It's not going to work out that well for you. All right, many of you know exactly what we do over here on this side of town. Donald Trump has won the election. And we're still dealing with that. But just because he won, it doesn't mean that we will not continue to hold Donald Trump accountable, right? And I'm getting past the loss, and I think we really do need to focus on ways to make sure that we can hold Donald Trump accountable for his dirty, disgusting, filthy deeds, right? Tiffany for the people, Tiff for the people, you changed your name, right? Do we want to hold Donald Trump accountable still, ladies and gentlemen, for his dirty, disgusting, and filthy deeds? I'm asking the audience, because, listen, just because, thank you, all right, thank you, April, thank you. Just because you win an election does not mean we can't do what needs to be done. Now, if we had to sit here and watch you all do impeachment hearings on President Biden and the way you treated his son, then you should, it's fair game. I really do think we need to start focusing on how to, and I'd hate to say this because I do want our president to be successful in all ways. As long as he's doing what is legal and he's not committing any crimes, you know what I'll do? I'll cheer him on, right? As long as he's upholding the Constitution, I am going to, yes, sir, go for it, Mr. Trump. But if he just gets that little itch on his shoulder, you know how he does, and he all of a sudden goes, I don't want to follow the law. I want to resort back to being a criminal. Then we're not going to cheer him. We are going to boo him, right? And we'll try to make sure that he gets impeached and get right on out of there. And anyone who comes behind him, yeah, I know. We're going to try to get him out of there. All right. And so that's how we're going to do this. All right. We're going to support him if he's doing the right thing. But if he starts breaking the laws and things like that, we're going to have to do what we got to do as a nation. All right. Because the power is with the people, as they say. What is it that I needed to bring up? All right. Well, there's two things right now we got going on. All right. Election is over. Focus on negative. Feel negative. Spread positivity. Otherwise, wait a second. Grace, are you a Trump supporter, Grace? I didn't want to. Grace, are you a Trump supporter? Because I got to say this about my show. Many of you don't know it, but I'll say this. You might want to leave this live because it does get a bit uncomfortable in here. But you don't got to take my word for it. As I say to the Trump supporters, listen to your leader.
If you're not happy here, then you can leave.
Right.
As far as I'm concerned, if you hate our country, if you're not happy here, you can leave. If you're not happy in the U.S., if you're complaining all the time,
right,
very simply, you can leave. You can leave right now. Come back if you want. Don't come back. It's okay too. But if you're not happy, you can leave. Right
news. You said I've been wrong about everything. See, when you start talking like that, then I got to bring you up, Right News. Come on up here. With a name like Right News, you got to be right about everything. Right News. Come right on up, Right News. Come on up, Right News. You said I've been wrong about everything. Explain to me what I've been wrong about. I would love to hear what you got to say. Oh, you're at work. It's so funny, Right News. You're sitting at work. That means you're stealing from the company because you should be having both hands on the plow, doing your job. Miss Cam, thank you for the subscription. You should have both hands on the plow doing your job, but instead, Right News, you're over here listening to Big Zeus. Wow. Oh, you're in the break room. Y'all see how these Trump supporters always got an excuse for why it's okay for them to commit crimes, but then they got all the energy in the world to talk about everybody. Well, you know who they like to blame? The Democrats. Right News, I'm going to do you a huge favor. I've been trying to get away from the lake of fire, but it's folks like you that make me understand I got to keep the lake of fire as part of the show, especially for you Trump supporters. So what I'll do, Right News, since you don't have the courage to get in the box and back up what you said in my comment section because you want to be in the break room stealing from your employer. Right News, what's the name of your employer? Like the Dems got plowed? Ooh, woo! Conservative Lynn. Won't you send me a guest request to Conservative Lynn? I'll take care of that. I'll lower your taxes. But in the meantime, Right News, this one's for you. Let me warm up the lake of fire for you. All right? Since you want to steal from your employer and Conservative Lynn, come on up here. I'll take care of I'll lower your taxes. Goodbye, Right News. And Conservative Lynn, my hammer is stronger than ever.
Silence, you MAGA demons.
Conservative Lynn, like the Dems got plowed. I don't know what you mean by plowed, but you know what, Conservative Lynn? I noticed that you have been mighty quiet about how Elon Musk, you know what he did? He has this weird relationship with Donald Trump and Putin. And he took his social media platform and weaponized it. I don't know why you're so quiet about that, Conservative Lynn, but I guess as long as you're cheating and winning, it's no big deal. All right, I sent her a guest request, and as you can see, Conservative Lynn did not want to come up in here. There's a couple things that I wanted to address. One, I'm going to continue to beat the drum. And you know, this is the drum because I know a lot of people think Donald Trump is playing about it. He's not playing. We are going to see mass deportations in this country like we've never seen mass deportations in this country. All right, listen to the latest news about mass deportations. All right, hold on.
President-elect Trump signaling a major move on immigration, responding true to a post on his social media platform saying he will declare a national emergency and use military assets for a mass deportation program, a program he pledged to implement during his campaign, which focused in part on immigration and the southern border.
The Republican platform promises to launch the largest deportation operation in the history of our country.
And I want to make sure I get this cleared up for all of the, there's a lot of Hispanic folks out there that are very concerned, and rightfully so. You should be very concerned. But there's some of you out there that are peddling narratives that I think you need to make sure. There's people out here lying to you, and they're saying things like, well, if you're working, you're going to be safe. You're not going to be safe. It doesn't matter what your immigration status is. You're not going to be safe. Your name matches the name probably of a lot of other people. All right. And so how are they going to figure that out unless they first catch you? All right. And then go through all of the process to vet you. So they're going to catch you and they're going to vet you. They're going to use the United States military to do this. And they don't mind going to your place of employment. They don't care if your grandma is just, a law-abiding citizen. If you entered the country, if you entered this country illegally, you're a criminal. Case closed, and they want you deported, right? And I'm not making this up. I'm being serious. I'm being so serious. So that's number one. But then the other thing that we can also talk about, ladies and gentlemen, is this situation with Elon Musk. All right. I mean, I'll let Lawrence O'Donnell say it real quick, and then I'll talk to those of you who are brave.
Donald Trump told all Republican House members, quote, Elon won't go home. I can't get rid of him. And everyone laughed. They laughed that uncomfortable laugh. But they laugh when Donald Trump makes a joke about someone on his team, a joke that everyone knows is true, a joke that paints that person as pathetic, as Donald Trump's personal sense of superiority demands that he do. Donald Trump's jealousy of Elon Musk's wealth must eat away at him every second he has to look at the richest person in the world. But in public, at least, Donald Trump gets to do what he likes to do best: insult and humiliate. Insult and humiliate, in this case, Elon Musk. Quote, Elon won't go home. I can't get rid of him.
Elon Musk won't go home, and mass deportations. Yeah. I know a circus when I see one. And I want to remind you, Trump supporters, Donald Trump is running a circus, and you're nothing more than a part of the act. The makeup is still on. The crumpled blue suit with the ridiculous red tie is still on. The bird's nest is still on his head. And he's only gotten worse. So good luck. All right, now I'm a platinum Democrat. I'll be okay. But the rest of you, the fake news won't tell you. You're not going to be okay. All right, let me go to the box. There's some people who want to come up here and speak to Zeus this morning. I don't know why. You brought yourself back again. I know you all know who he is. Sir, you've been begging me to get in the box this morning. What's going on? Jess, good morning, Jess. Sir. Oh, wait a second. That's a lot of noise. That's a lot of noise. Are you on the road? Yeah.
What are you talking about?
You're on the road. There's a lot of background noise. All right. There's a lot of background noise. All right. When you get parked and there's not all that background noise, champ, come on, write it back up. I'll take care of you. I'll lower your taxes. Yeah, your ears. It was hurting my ears too. If you weren't on the road, there was a lot of background noise. All right. If you're a Trump supporter, put a 1 in the chat, and I'll talk to you. All right. We'll drill, baby, drill. We'll lower your taxes. All right. And yes, I am a Democrat, and don't worry. I'm not happy about the results of the election, but I am. I'll be okay. All right. Let me bring up the next panelist. Him. I tried to bring you up. Send a guest request. Then I can't always click on. I'm trying to bring up some of you, but it's not allowing. You don't have the. Okay, here we go. Big Za. Come on up here, Big Za. Blacks for Trump. Blacks for Trump. That's an interesting shirt. What's going on?
None chilling, man. Getting to the
Oh,
money,
my
man.
man. You know I like it when you turn the camera on. That's what I'm talking about. A1. My man. Let's go. Let's go. All right. All right. So you voted for Donald Trump. Wait. And see, okay, listen. When you do the dance, I've been watching y'all do this dance. Could y'all do it a little bit better? Could you
No,
do
it's
it?
his dance.
Yeah, but you're supposed to look
We,
like you gotta bring the fist up higher and you gotta bring it into your mouth like he do, right? You know what I'm
nah,
talking about. Come on, you know what I'm talking about, champ.
nah, we,
You don't do it down here. You don't do it like that. You gotta get up here with it. Come on now. Come on, you've been in the
no,
gym.
no. I'm a man, and that was kind of moist.
Well, I can't say that with you. I just
I
met
know what I'm
you.
saying. What you just did, that was kind of moist.
No, I was imitating actual dance. I've watched Donald Trump several times. I don't
No,
know why
yeah,
y'all
yeah.
bringing it down by the waist. Bring
No,
it
no, no,
up
no,
and bring it to your mouth like he do.
no. What you just did was
You
just
know what I'm saying, brother.
that
You
shit
know
was just
he know what
moist
I'm saying.
as
Thank you.
hell,
This
bro.
brother know what I'm saying. Now
To get
listen,
another man doing it is crazy.
man, you should see how he does it.
Yeah, that boy John
That
Jones.
song, and the way he does it. I'm telling you, the way he does that, and he gets y'all to do it. I say, man,
Hey,
Donald Trump got some.
John
What?
Jones,
Where'd your
one of the
mic? Where'd your
great.
camera go?
Hold on, I'm working, but John
Oh,
Jones,
he working too. Jesus Christ,
yeah, of
y'all be
course.
doing a lot of extra stuff at work.
Hold on, what? Come on, G. John Jones is one of the greatest fighters of all time. Alpha male, hitting the Trump dance.
Well, he didn't hit it right.
He did it the way he
I
wants.
promise you, if you watch Donald Trump hit the dance,
Listen, bro,
y'all doing it wrong out there.
it's not to be copied. This is what I'm saying.
Man, come on. Don't try to get up here and swindle Zeus. I've been watching. You got to bring it up. All right. And if you don't bring it up, you do all that stuff around the hips and stuff. That's just
All
what
right,
they
all
call
right. It's here there, bro.
performative. That's called being performative. I don't want to see that. I want to
Yeah.
see real people really getting down with it. But and play the YMCA. Now, what else did you want to talk about? All right. I mean, you won. You got your man in office. Are you really happy?
Oh, definitely about the borders. The borders are when he talking about Illinois. JB Pritzker is a clown.
So
JB,
you're looking for looking forward to the mass
oh, of
deportations.
course, and all war on cartels.
What about police getting immunity and things like
We
that?
definitely like in Chicago, where I'm from, we unalive cops, so we definitely need cops on our streets.
Oh, so
So
you don't.
we not scared of no police in Chicago, bro.
Well, I didn't say you
They
were.
don't put fear us in. They don't put fear in us, bro.
Okay. I mean, but you
I'm just saying, I
remember.
don't know where you from, but where I'm from,
I'm out. I'm out in California in the
they
Bay
unalive
Area.
cops every
Yeah. I'm out.
look.
I'm out in the Bay Area. But here's the thing,
Oh,
though.
okay. I used to be in the Bay Area, East Palo Alto,
Okay, I know where that's at.
places
All
like
right. I
that.
mean,
Yeah,
so you
Vallejo.
understand you understand the communities, the black communities, and our relationship with law enforcement and how
I'm in the
dangerous.
second largest, biggest blackest city in America, which is Chicago.
Okay, but did you hear what I said?
Oh, the justice system ain't never been good to black America.
So what are your thoughts about it? What if let's just say Donald Trump gets into office? I don't know if you've been following what's been happening on social media, but a lot of people seem to be more
I
emboldened
got
to
true
be.
socials. Yeah, I know what's
Yeah,
going
yeah,
on.
yeah. Well, you got True Social.
Yeah,
Okay, have you noticed a lot more people are feeling more emboldened to be racist?
I haven't seen that many.
Oh,
Look, hold on, wait. I haven't seen that many migrants though. All of a sudden in Chicago, like, they used to be everywhere, like panhandling, like robbing down people downtown. Like, where did they all go?
but did you hear what I said?
You say what?
I mean, if we could talk about immigration next, but I'm asking you about things that I think impact you
Hold on. If
directly.
somebody said I doesn't represent Chicago, bro, I'm from the low end. I got it tatted in my skin.
But
Low.
it's just you and me. I mean, I'm honored to have you. I'm honored to have you come on the show. And actually, I wish you would turn the camera back on. But I wish you would just continue to at least help me understand what happened. Why didn't you vote for Kamala Harris? And I'm trying to drill down and get to the
You
understanding.
said vote for who?
Kamala Harris.
The Indian woman? No way. She didn't have our best interests.
Uh huh.
She loved immigrants with her parents was ones, right? So she put
Mm.
them first. She wanted to flood. She wanted to flood America with a bunch of Indian people, though. Really,
Where'd you
though.
get that? Where'd you get that lie from?
No. I'm saying that's be known. That's known, right?
Where'd you? No, no. Honestly, where did you get that from?
I didn't get that from nowhere. I just seen it with my own eyes.
And give me an example.
The influx of illegal immigrants
Someone
in
put
our
in there.
country.
Someone put in there. Trump's wife is an immigrant. Did you see that?
Yeah, but once you marry an American person, what is you?
Well, I mean, she
Hold on,
wasn't
wait.
American when oh, you're saying when she got married to an American person, Donald Trump, that makes her not an immigrant, just like that.
No,
Don't you think we're a nation of immigrants?
no,
You don't think so?
no.
Were you
Because
native to the? Are,
after the civil rights movement, before the civil rights movement, they wasn't even old. Like let's
well, who
face
was
the
here
facts,
before? Who
right?
was here before you were? If you go back in time,
Go here before I was. I don't know. I wasn't here.
there were indigenous people here, and I don't think we
And,
were necessarily
indigenous
those
people.
people, right? I mean, if we're
You
just
said
having an honest
no.
conversation,
You said it was indigenous people here already.
yeah, 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 and obviously blacks through slavery, we've been brought here, but it's not like this is not the motherland, so to
All
speak,
right,
for
people
most
that have
black.
been brought here, they not immigrants.
What are they?
People that's been forced
So yeah,
with
people like
slavery.
you and I, we're not natives to this land. If you go back and trace our ancestry, I'm assuming our
I'm a
ancestry is
foundational black. I'm
overlapping
a
in a lot of
foundational
areas.
black American. Of course, I know my history. I know
Fair
where I
enough.
come from.
So,
I know I
so
come
we're
from
not really native
ADOS,
here.
ADOS, same shit. ADOS,
Well, we don't
FDO.
curse. We don't curse over here. My
Oh, my
mom
bad, my
listening.
bad. I can't wait for freedom of speech, but
No, no, no.
yeah.
I just have to respect my mom. That's what real men
Oh, your
do.
mom in here?
Yeah, she listens to the show.
Oh,
So
my bad, OG,
no, yeah, yeah,
OG.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I come from that. Okay, don't act like I don't know about it. But we got to keep it clean and
No, no,
actually
no. For
show we
sure.
got some
Ain't no my
decorum
elders
about
in here.
ourselves. All
Ain't no
right.
my elders in here.
Fair enough. Fair enough. So we understand we're a nation of immigrants at the end of the day,
Why you keep saying that?
because not everyone that's here is
Well, let me put
naturally
it like
from
this.
here. That's
Let
all
me
I
put it
was
like
trying to
this.
get you to understand.
Let me put it like this. I'm a foundational black American. My ancestors built this country off free labor. We didn't decide to come here. We was forced here.
Mm.
So we wasn't like kicked out of our country or nothing like that, like Venezuelans or people from the Congo or people from Uganda. Like a lot of those people over here, even the people from the Middle East that got over here. Like it's not only just Venezuelans, right? Right. So
I agree, but
so
I
so the
guess why
thing
is
is
that
that
bothering you so much? I
the
just don't
thing,
see
like
how.
for example, my property taxes went up because my mayor had to take care of illegal immigrants that don't even belong here, right?
Mm,
And he promised us that he wouldn't raise our property tax. He got to go. 2026, he's gone. Midterm elections, he's gone. And
okay.
he's a black man at that.
So prior to when did this start happening, if you don't mind?
When it started happening, when Joe Biden got up and said, "Come on in the country,"
Mm,
when he dropped all those executive orders, "Come
when,
on in the country," because
mm.
one thing they try to do was undermine the black vote. Because one thing about the black community, there's no more mass incarceration, right? So there's not a bunch of kids on the corner selling drugs or a large amount of black men getting locked up no more. That
So
happened in the
so so
90s.
so okay. So your argument is black people aren't committing crime anymore, and so
Not as
that.
much.
Well, why do you think blacks aren't committing crimes that much?
Well, because
Because now you're saying the crime rate has gone down, right?
yeah, of course, definitely in
Oh,
Chicago. Because when we had the projects,
well, a lot of people that I know from Chicago, especially Republicans, they're saying there's a crime problem in
oh,
Chicago.
it
So who's
definitely is. Carjacking went up 400%.
uh-huh.
But the thing is that we don't have the
So
same.
so let's just so you have two things going on, right? You have immigration and you got carjackings going on,
No,
right?
carjacking, unaliving, but a lot
Yeah.
of our stuff.
Okay, so we need more police, which
I
means
agree.
most likely when Trump gets in, actually not just when he gets in, but you're going to see more stories and more encounters with law enforcement and black people. You're going to be watching mass deportations happening at the same time. And what you're saying is once that starts happening, your life will get a lot better.
Oh yeah, the American people as a whole.
Like, so imagine that moment, right? What would you be able to do then that you're not able to do now? Because this is going to be tearing apart people's lives, right? You're going to be
Well,
tearing people's lives up. Mom's going to be crying because their sons and daughters are going to be getting locked up. Some might even lose their life.
huh,
As a result, what happened once law enforcement comes. The
bro?
worst, the
Hold on,
worst
wait.
thing, the worst thing that could happen. Have you ever had the cops called on
Hold
you?
on. I did not tell you from the beginning. I'm from Chicago.
Yeah.
We don't care about no cops here, bro. They just unalive cops. What's
Got
your
it.
point?
So you're not afraid of an encounter with law
Bro, we
enforcement.
not scared of no police officers. Bro, I just told you, I'm from one of the most segregated, like, for example, O Block, for example, right? Those
Mm-hmm.
people that's in O Block. The police are scared of those people. They don't police those people. The
Mm.
community police themselves. Why you think it's eye for an eye?
Do you think that's the best way to deal with this? Is to have the communities policing themselves?
Well, first of
Because
all,
Donald Trump says all we need is one good day of just law enforcement having their way, and that'll get everything back in shape.
one thing we have to do is have to put officers in our community that look like us, that can understand our understanding, right?
Uh huh.
We got these officers that coming out, and a lot of them be Hispanics, be cowards, be
Mm.
trying to brutalize our community, and we get rid of those cowards. You see what I'm saying? Like,
I hear what you're.
listen what I'm saying. Our young shorties that's in Chicago, we not like that happened in the '60s and '70s where the police was just doing anything to you. No, boys, they got weapons bigger than the cops do here.
But we don't want to live in a country, at least I don't, where people are just taking the law into their own hands and trying to get street justice. What you're
No,
describing is
we
street
not
justice.
cowards.
I didn't say you were, but
So why you
don't you?
keep saying, "Oh man, the police go do this, police go do"? Man, fuck the police.
Oh,
Oh
there
man,
you go
oh,
again.
oh man, my bad, my bad. I got in my Chicago.
Okay,
My bad. I
okay.
apologize, but that's
All
what it
right,
is.
all right,
Bro.
all right, all right.
We don't, the police don't scare us, bro.
Okay, but here's the thing, and
I'm
I've
more
been
worried about my own people than
listen,
the
listen,
police.
listen, listen. Here's the thing, right? I really do try to talk to folks like you to get a rough idea about what happened and why you would vote for somebody like Donald Trump. And I'm just not able to get a
Well,
clear.
his policy's 10 times better. No taxes on overtime, no taxes on tips, no tax on Social Security. You know what I mean? What else?
Yeah.
What else you want to know? War on cartels, mass deportation, implementing birthright, because every country that have in the world have birthright. They be harassing us when we're in that country. Oh, where your visa? Or where your green? You gotta go. You can't be here too long. So
Did you? Can I ask this? Did you vote for
implement
Obama?
birthright?
Did you vote for Obama?
Hell no.
I can't say this, but I'm very saddened by the
Let me tell you
way.
why. I got
No.
a good reason why. Because I never met a black man with the last name Obama yet.
Can I say this? Can
We
I
from
say this?
Chicago. We from
Can I say
Chicago.
this? Can I say this though? The way that I'm listening to you, I think there's something that unites you and the other people that are in the party as well that supported Donald Trump, and it's hatred. Don't you?
Hatred?
And I'm not okay. Well, listen, you got a violation. I got to drop you, all right? You got a violation, sir. I got to drop you, all right? Well, yeah, it's hatred because unfortunately, I'm not really seeing or hearing anything that shows you're a good person deep down inside when we start to drill down. Yes, the hatred that you have against other races, uh, it's obvious, and I don't think you're really being honest. So what we'll do is I'll warm up the lake of fire for you. All right, champ. I mean, it's unfortunate, but you find yourself aligning with others who don't give a darn about you, and you know exactly what I'm saying, ladies and gentlemen. That previous guest clearly is possessed with the MAGA demon, so you know what we got to do. Got a community guidelines violation on top of that. Unfortunately, that's not good. Let's give him a huge round of boos and shame.
Silence, you MAGA demon.
Don't worry, don't worry. We'll take care of that, and we're gonna continue to drill, baby, drill, and we'll lower your taxes, all right, bro? But listen, you got to the brothers and sisters out there that are just looking at this. Take a look at the folks who are coming up here and representing Donald Trump. And tell yourself this is what we're going to be dealing with the next 4 years. Unfortunately, because you went out there, the hatred inside of you led you to go in there and cast your vote. All right. I don't know what else to say. I just don't know what else to say. As much as I want to say it was, you got to keep it clean on TikTok. As much as I have questions about the results, the votes, the real ones where they counted, when I bring people up and I talk to them, I go, you know what? I think the results are the way that they are. Because I lost. If you're a Trump supporter, please put a 1 in the chat. I'll bring you right up. I'll lower your taxes. I'm not a therapist. I don't know. I don't know what's going on in the minds of Big Za. I took care of you, all right? Zeus, I'm good people, but I'm also not what? Okay, I don't know what that means. All right, him. I tried to send you an invite, but it wouldn't let me bring you up. If you are a Trump supporter, please put a 1 in the chat. Creative Ink Studios, what's going on, brother? Nice to see you. Welcome to the show.
What's up, my brother? How you doing, man?
Yes, I'm all right. How are you?
I'm pretty good. Let me see if I can throw my camera on real quick, if I can.
Ladies and gentlemen, follow Creative Ink Studios. Oh, hey, Ferrari, send me a guest request. I'll talk to you about that too. All right. You said that I was off on the re-election. I guess that's something we could talk about. All right.
Yeah. So Zeus, I appreciate you. I appreciate you pulling me up.
No problem.
I just wanted to say that I'm still distraught a little bit over all the things that have been going on the last 2 weeks. That brother there. Oh, there I go. Okay. You see me? Okay.
Yes,
there
sir. Yes, sir. There he goes. You heard the previous guest, Big Za. He got a community guidelines violation, and it's weird.
The disrespect, man, that's going on right now, it's like it's really driving me crazy, man. And the one thing I wanted to say to you, man, again, I always appreciate you. You always throw me love and stuff like that. Even though you still gotta get back to me. When you get back to me, I got some stuff for you.
Very appreciate
But
you.
you know, the one thing I want to do on here, and he kind of struck a chord with me, is I want to tell you how proud I am of Black women for that 92% they put out there 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
They really showed up. They stood on business like they normally do, and basically they're our backbone.
Yes.
So
Yes.
I want to make sure that we continue to support them as much as we can, because they absolutely need us as Black men to show our support.
Yep.
The one thing I did do, and a lot of times when you have a lot of drama that's around you and a lot of chaos, it sparks my creative juices.
Yes,
you know
yes.
what I mean? So I'm
Yes,
always kind of thinking of the next thing I can do. I got something I want to show you.
Oh, let's go.
That's my next shirt, buddy.
92% understood the assignment. That means you got an A in the class. That's a nice shirt. That's a nice shirt. Ladies and gentlemen, make sure you follow Creative Ink Studios. Ooh, you got that flag on it too, looking like that. Big Za, I don't think you can wear one of these, Big Za, because you out of order, as they say. All right. Thank you. All right. Listen,
Yeah,
man,
so I wanted to make sure I had that on there. What I will do also is that I'll put it on sale. Your name will be the code.
Oh, my
So
name?
I will not flash sale it. Anybody who wants to buy the shirt, I'll do like 15-20% off of the shirt for anybody that put Big Zeus. Big Zeus. I'll create it in the next hour or so.
Thank
Big
you.
Zeus. If you
Thank
want
you.
the shirt, 20% off for you. Big Zeus, gotta be the code.
There you go. Listen, you can't say we don't support Black business around here, unlike you, Big Za, all right? And this is what we're talking about. You won't be allowed to participate until you get rid of that MAGA demon. Seriously, all right?
That's right.
All right.
Hey, so Zeus, I appreciate you, brother. Get back to me when you can. Ain't no rush, no worries. I love you. I love everybody in this live.
Thank you.
I'm gonna start doing some.
Somebody
live
asked,
stuff.
what's the website?
It's Creative Ink Studios. So creativeinkstd.com.
All right, and the link is in your bio, I would imagine, correct?
Yes, it is. And they can, if you want all my stuff, just about everything that I have is in my TikTok shop. So you can go there too. If it's easier for you to be on TikTok, go to my TikTok shop, my showcase is there too. So you don't have to necessarily leave this platform to go see my stuff. You can go to my TikTok shop
Amen.
as well.
Amen. All right. Well, listen.
Appreciate you, brother. Love you, man.
All right. Love you too. Ladies and gentlemen, once again, Creative Ink Studios. Well, listen, we drill over here, all right? And we're going to definitely lower your debt and lower your taxes, all right? All right? And again, this is W for all the Black women who understood the assignment and got out there and rocked the vote, all right? Right, Ange? We're going to drill. All right, let's bring up the next Trump supporter. I mean, to the Trump supporters, I want you to understand this. I've accepted the results of the election. I am not fear mongering. But if he starts breaking the laws of the land, we're going to try to impeach him. All right. And you can't say you have a problem with it because you tried to impeach President Biden. And look at what you did. You, you, what you did to Hunter Biden should have never happened in this country. How do you indict and convict a sitting president's son? Have you no shame? So yeah, if you did it to Hunter Biden and Joe Biden, we're gonna do it to Donald Trump, and that means the gloves still are off. All right, put a 1 in the chat if you're a Trump supporter. All right, and I'll bring you up and we'll talk. All right, we're having honest conversations, ladies and gentlemen. Listen, the previous guest, despite his positions politically, I have to be able to drill down and get to the issues. All right, that's what this is about. Obviously, having the facts alone, right? No. Obviously, we got to be honest amongst ourselves as Democrats. We had all the facts, and yet they still went and voted for the convicted felon. They said, I am voting for a convicted felon. They wore it proudly. I'm still trying to wrap my head around that. I really am still trying to wrap my head around that. It's almost as if even when you're wrong, you're right. All right, felon in chief, you're right. All right. Oh, Sir Puff, you've been begging to get in the box, Sir Puff. All right, come on up here, Sir Puff. You want to have an honest conversation again?
Sure, why not?
Yeah. All right. What's going on?
I was just wondering how your day was with your new daddy in office, fixed to be in office.
I don't have a daddy in office.
It's soon to be.
But
are you ready to get on board? Are you ready to get on board and get on the right team? Are you ready to be on the winning?
listen, there's something going on. Is it MAGA Wi-Fi?
We'll let you come on over.
Okay, so Sir Puff, here's the deal. When are you going to break the news to your friends and actually explain to them about mass deportations and how some of your friends, they might not be here after about the first year?
If you are here illegally, you don't have no business here.
Yeah. But what if you are here legally? Like, for
Me?
instance, you got two people and they got the same name, right?
Uh-huh. Mhm.
And we've done this exercise in the past. And innocent Americans have been sucked into this, and they're going to, that's just how this is going to go.
Well, I guess you could assume that. Yeah, I guess you could take that notion. You could assume that.
Yeah.
Am I being naive in saying that somewhere along the line of mass deportation, there may be some misidentifying? Yeah, there is. Nothing's perfect in the world.
That's what I'm trying to say. And so I would encourage you to, explain this to your Latin brothers and sisters out there who voted for Donald Trump. Like, hey, nice knowing you.
But
right?
here's what I don't understand, Zeus. When you say explain this to my Latin friends, as if they're too ignorant to know it on their own, that they need to be told, hey, like they can't see for themselves or brain for themselves. What's that really saying, Zeus? What are you saying about the immigrants that come over? They're not smart enough to know?
Well, let me put it to you this way. I don't connect dots like that, but it's interesting that you did.
Well, no, because you said I need to go tell my friends so they know.
Yeah. And because
they can't think for themselves, that I got to go tell them.
Have you listened to some of the content that I've been sharing on the platform?
Mm-hmm.
There are people in the community who are terrified, and rightfully so. How are you going to sit back and think to yourself, he's talking about deporting 11 million people, the largest in American history. This is Donald Trump's words, and people still voted for him.
Yep. You know why? Because
they don't think it's going to happen to them.
No, because some of us listen to the 17 minutes of a person losing their life, that kind of thing. We listen to that. We see images of people getting beaten in the heads with stones. We listen to that. That's what makes a difference.
That's wrong. That's crime.
That's the voice we listen to. Well, in case you haven't noticed, that's where they're going to start first. They're going to start with criminals first. They're going to empty out the jails, and they're going to deport all the criminals first. That's where they're going to start. That's exactly right.
And I'm not against that, but I also wanted people to understand that it's very difficult to determine who's here legally and who's not here legally unless you just actually bring them in and start processing. Right?
I don't think that it's going to be this magical thing like, hey, it's going to work perfect. I'm not naive like that. I think it's going to look ugly. I think it's going to be ugly. And when something's broke, it usually has to get better before it gets worse.
Yeah.
I mean, it gets worse before it gets better. It usually has to get worse before it gets better. I don't make no naive decision, but you got to be looking forward to good things. You have to be looking forward to Elon Musk putting up the leaderboard chart for all the ridiculous things we pay for every day, a top 10 leaderboard report. You as an American should look forward to wondering why we spend $100 million wondering why cockroaches turned over for 3 days in June in Indonesia. You should want to know that too.
Well, are you talking about research and
No,
the
I,
various research projects that get funded in this country? I mean,
yeah,
there's a lot of research that gets funded that you and I have no clue about. The question isn't necessarily that, it's what is going to be the impact as a result of putting people in places that they're basically not qualified, to run. I mean, look at his cabinet appointments, sir. If
I
you
love it.
if
I
you
love
look
it.
at that, you have to say to yourself, why would I take somebody who's never practiced medicine in their life and give them a scalpel and tell them to, operate on someone? You know what
Well,
that's going to turn
well,
into.
well, first off, he's not operating on
No,
anybody. So
that was an analogy. I'm basically saying, look at the appointments that he's making. He got
I think
people
they're
in
great
there that are
appointments.
not
I think
fit.
they're great. I think they're great appointments. You know what the best appointment is? Matt Gaetz.
Why?
Because we're gonna get to see the best trolling we've ever seen. Because y'all don't see, you play checkers and some of us play chess. All right. So Matt Gaetz is not going to get, in my opinion, is not going to get confirmed. No, he's not at all. He's a litmus test for Donald Trump to find out where each and every Republican in the Senate stands. And then when he doesn't get confirmed, then DeSantis can put him in Marco Rubio's spot in the Senate, and then he can place somebody in there.
But
Like
isn't that
a
let's just go down that path. That's a waste of taxpayers' money.
how?
Why not just put someone in there that's qualified to begin with? Why do we got to go through all of these shenanigans?
Well, because he come into office one time and they said, "Trust me, bro," and he did, and it didn't work out well for him. So he's not using the "trust me, bro" thing.
Who's not? Trump?
Trump used the "trust me, bro" like this is a good guy his first time around. He learned some lessons the first time around that he just listened to everybody and said, "Trust me, bro, he's a good guy," and he listened to that first time around. This time he learned from his mistakes, and now when you're doing a confirmation hearing and each Republican senator has to question Matt Gaetz, that's a litmus test for each one, and so he knows where each one of them stand going forward for policy.
But we all listen. Here's how I look at it. Right? We know Matt Gaetz. I don't need to do a crazy process to kind of come to a conclusion that he's a terrible person for the position.
No, it's not about him. It's not about him knowing Matt Gaetz. It's not about him knowing Matt. It's not about him knowing Matt Gaetz. It's about listening to the questioning from his other senators in the Republican senators, listening to how their questioning is and how they vote gives him a true litmus test where all of his Republicans, 53 or 54 of them, where they stand on the Senate.
But why he should already know. It's not to me, it's let's get on with the business of the United States. It's not let's see who's loyal to Donald Trump, if that makes sense. I don't get why it has to turn into that. And if Donald Trump wanted to
but let me ask you a question.
and if Donald Trump wanted to learn something, don't you think he should have learned just simply to not break the laws?
But he didn't break the law, so I'm not worried about that. So, again, don't you think it's their job to do his bidding as the president, as we the people elected him to make the decisions, the boss? So if you don't like what the boss is doing and you don't agree with the boss, you have two options: follow what he says or resign.
Right.
Period. Or get fired.
But the things that Donald Trump has to do are serious. One, like we just mentioned, mass deportations. I don't think he needs to test someone's loyalty to get someone in there to do that. Find somebody qualified, put them in there, and start the process. The things like tariffs, right? Find somebody qualified, put them in there. All this palling around with Elon Musk, picking people who are unqualified. I don't know about you.
So how is Elon Musk unqualified at making businesses run efficient? He's a professional at it.
Great question. Do you think there's a difference between public sector and private sector?
Yes, I do think there's
Okay. How much experience does Elon have in the public sector?
Again, public sector business and private business, that's the framework is the framework. Cutting cost and cutting waste and cutting overlapping is the same. Business is business.
No, I got bad news for you. In the public sector, right, you can't move like it's a private business and do things without things being an issue, right? So there's a lot more kind of policies and procedures.
Oh, sure, I agree.
That you got to follow when you're in government.
But
I'm concerned that Elon isn't getting vetted properly, but he's around Donald Trump, so he has a lot of influence. I'm
But
concerned
again,
that Elon is meeting
you're
with.
first off, you're assuming out the gate that he actually can. He can't squash anything. He literally is just doing the audit and reports to where he don't have the power to squash anything
But
or
he
to do
has
any
that's giving
policy.
him access to information, right?
Absolutely.
And I don't think Elon has been vetted
Why?
properly in
Why?
order to be accessing that
Okay, so hold on.
information. That's just
This
my
man builds.
opinion.
Are you saying this man's not vetted properly? He works for NASA. He builds spaceship, catches rockets that are 26 stories tall out of the air, and he's not been properly vetted.
Yes.
You're ridiculous.
Do you think that because you can build rockets and things like that, you
Do
should get
you think
access
that
to
our
classified?
NASA? Yeah, because I'm certain that NASA would not let you involve and have our intricate details about space and do these things without being properly vetted. That's literally ridiculous for you to assume
Well,
that. But I
that's
understand.
NASA, but we're talking about the owner of Tesla and SpaceX, and this is someone that's been in contact with Putin, President Xi, the leader of Iran. So, how do you have the transparency that we require out of our government officials? How are you getting that from Elon? Doesn't this concern you at all?
Well, I think Elon's the most transparent of everybody.
And this is why I say what I say. I don't necessarily want to sit here and tell you you're wrong because we see where that got us, right? But I just going to let you know I
Hey,
disagree.
there's
I,
some
I
maturity.
disagree
There's some maturity.
wholeheartedly
There's
with
some
you.
maturity in you, Zeus, right there. And this is what I would love to see. There's some maturity, Zeus, because you realizing that you can't keep telling the American people we think for you and you're wrong if you don't do it. Instead of asking us what do you think, instead of telling us what we think, there's some maturity in you.
Well,
There
I've
is.
always been able to grow. That's not the issue. And I still understand the difference between right and wrong, right? So I just I'm at the point now where I go, well, you're gonna have to find out that this is a circus on your own. I could sit here and try to let you know, everything that I see in terms of what the signs are, but I'm probing you to get you to at least start to explore this maybe thought that hey, this is unusual.
Here's what I'm doing as a like you like to say a MAGA. Here's what I'm doing. I and like the rest of the country, they have been put in position in the House, in the Senate, in the presidency, and for that much, even in the Supreme Court, according to y'all, because it leans conservative, according to y'all. All right, so they have everything they need as a government to do the bid for the people and to do our work. Period. They have everything they need. There's no excuses from our Congress, so it's our job as those supporters of them to hold them accountable for that, and that's what I'm going to do.
And that's what I'm going to do. And that's why I'm beating the drum that if Donald Trump breaks the law, he should get impeached. Now, Jack Smith, he's going to possibly be publishing a report that outlines all of Donald Trump's crimes that he committed in both of those cases he was, dealing with. If that when that report comes out and you get clear evidence that he was committing crimes, what then?
Okay, again, you would
Look,
like me to say that anything that comes out of Jack Smith is clear evidence. But here's what's going to happen, probably, likely, Zeus. This is going to go away because I believe that when Biden and Trump met for 2 hours and talked, I think they're going to put together a nice little sweet package. I think that Biden's because it's smart for Biden to do this. He's going to go ahead and he's going to have all of Trump's charges, everything bundled up in a little sweet package, dismissed while simultaneously pardon Hunter Biden and he'll pardon his son and they'll put it in one big package in a bow and say this is what's best for the American people to go forward.
so, but that doesn't mean Jack Smith doesn't have to release a report about what happened.
Well,
Because, that
again,
was millions and millions of
but,
taxpayers'
but
dollars that
at
went
the
into
end of the at the end,
investigating him.
you're right, and so a
So
report.
every special counsel appointment ends with a report.
Right, and that's a report. That's his view. That report's not factual, like literally.
But
It's not.
so what I'm
But
getting, and again, I don't want to make the
if
decision
that
for
was the
you.
case, you would have honored her report.
I did honor her
No, you
report.
didn't.
Listen, but so let me make sure I understand this. Jack Smith publishes a report. There's evidence of crimes, which to me, they can impeach a president for high crimes and misdemeanors, correct?
Uh-huh.
So that wouldn't be enough to at least get you to at least think, hey,
No,
maybe Donald
no.
Trump shouldn't be near the
No,
levers of power. I mean, and that's an
no,
honest thing.
not in the least, because we've watched lawfare at its finest. And look, Zeus, and hopefully you figured out eventually too that most of America seen that for themselves, and they figured that shit out for themselves. Like enough is enough of this stuff. And what you done knows what you didn't, which is kind of great. Donald Trump was used as I guess the sacrificial lamb, because we had things like yes, he was a sacrificial lamb for many reasons.
So you mean he was like Jesus in a way?
No, that's not what I mean at all. He was put out there to set precedents, to take the brunt, to set precedents. For I'll give you the example. We listened to people ask direct questions on the Congress floor to Comey, that he confirmed that he had undeniable proof that Hillary Clinton broke I don't know how many laws, and he said no reasonable prosecutor would. They've hid behind that umbrella. Now you've taken Trump and running through the coals. You took that umbrella down. That precedence is there now. You can no longer hide behind that umbrella, right or left.
I mean, Puff, you drive a hard bargain. I mean, this just tells me there's still an element of denial going on out here in this country. I don't get it. But you know where I stand. Right is right, wrong is wrong. And if there's evidence of Donald Trump committing crimes, I believe that you guys should honestly do the right thing and start
I just think
articles of impeachment.
What you call evidence and I call evidence are two different things.
Articles of impeachment, Puff. You should go look it up and don't be afraid to use it. That's all I'm saying. If he's innocent, then drop it.
We're actually very familiar that we watched 4 years of impeachment go on. And if y'all go down that route again, go ahead, Zeus. Go down that route again and see where it lands.
What did you do with President Biden? And did you try to impeach him?
No, did you ever hear me say one time that I actually spoke against it? I said, do not, what's the point in impeaching and wasting our dollars for Joe Biden, knowing damn good and well 2/3 of the Senate is not going to, I think the impeachment process is just a big circle jerk.
Because James Comer released a book right now, right, talking about that. So it was a cash grab for him, which I think shows to me that you all really don't have a problem wasting taxpayers' money. And this is kind of the issue. It just seems like
It's so funny you say that. I just watched a woman in 3 months spend $1 billion to try to get into a house she can't even live in.
Where?
The White House. Kamala Harris spent $1 billion trying to live in a home she can't even live in.
Oh, okay. That was a joke that you guys got on the right. Obviously, you don't know anything about how elections are ran. That's just so funny. I forgot to laugh.
Think about somebody running our country that spent $1 billion in 3 months and can't even move into the house, but you want to give them control of running the country. Imagine that.
I would laugh if it wasn't the situation where somebody with his track record, how do you put somebody in that's been impeached twice and convicted and indicted? I mean, and you got people, you literally have people.
Let's be factual. If you want to keep it factual, he has factually been impeached, but he was also factually acquitted. So that's not guilty.
But I'm just saying.
Hold on, wait. And then the felonies. I hear you keep saying this all the time. And this is what's sad when you say you speak the truth. Because you say he's been convicted of 34 felonies. Just not true. Here's why. Because the verdict has been rendered guilty. But the judge has not accepted that verdict because you know that he could overrule that verdict and be the 13th juror today. He could dismiss this case tomorrow. If he'd been found guilty, he can't. If the judge rendered him guilty, he can't then dismiss it afterwards. So he's not actually been found guilty. The verdict of guilt from the jury is in, but he's not guilty.
Let's ask the audience, because
I don't care what the audience says. The law is the law.
No. But this is a democracy. I at least think what.
No, we're
both adults.
I know y'all like to. I know
put
you
a one in the chat if you believe Trump is guilty, please. I want Puff to see this. All right, and let's just Puff. Come on now.
That's useless though, because you do this. Well, because I love how y'all continue.
Look at that, Puff. Look at that.
Oh, I see it, brother. That's all your fans. I get it. I see it.
So, Puff, if I can sit here and hear you say things that are just very difficult to hear, seriously, because a lot of the stuff you're saying, I emphatically disagree. But I'm listening because I understand there needs to be a shift in terms of how these conversations are framed, and we're going to get there. I need you to actually work with me. What do you say, sir, to get all these people on board and unite this country? What do you say to them that honestly believe Donald Trump is guilty?
Again, there's nothing because I would implore to people in this country to just use your damn common sense, for crying out loud. I mean, use your common sense. And part of the
common sense says
part of the problem is, Zeus, is that, like yourself, y'all use the word every day to change people, kind of like Schnitzler does. If you say it enough time, it becomes true. Like you keep saying, we're a threat to democracy, and we're a democracy, and we're not a fucking democracy. That's part of the problem.
Keep it clean. Come on now.
I am. I know. I usually respect your life. I don't almost never cuss on you. I'm sorry. I apologize.
Thank you. You don't got to get upset if you're winning. That's what
No,
I'm saying. It just
no,
doesn't
I'm not
seem
upset.
like MAGA
I'm
is
not
satisfied.
upset. I'm upset for the narratives we try to change for what stands for our country. We are not a democracy. We are not majority ruled. We literally do
Fair
not
enough.
operate that way.
A lot of people disagree with you, Puff, and
But we're not.
you
Factually,
guys are
you can disagree
celebrating.
with me. You can disagree with me. What we fought to get away from democracy. What are you talking about?
I'll say this. This is what I'm saying. While you won the election, it's not like 70-80% of the country sides with MAGA right now. It was a small margin. So you still have pretty listen, you still have pretty much yeah, you still listen.
How much did he win the popular vote?
Puff. Let's just be honest. Half of the country still doesn't support Trump.
No, that's not
true. Think about it on that
That's not
level,
true.
right?
It's
Half
not
of the
true.
country
How do you
voted
get that
for him.
number? How do you get that number?
Because look at the number of people who voted and how many went to Trump and how many went to Kamala. I mean, he got a couple million more than her, but let's just round it. It's about 50-50. Half of the country is sitting here going, he's guilty. Now, you won.
Again, I realize that you say half of the country, Zeus, okay, but over 90.
It's a
but again,
reality.
think about this. 94% of the counties in the country voted. You have some cities with high population that disagree,
Okay.
but here's how you're going to lose your argument, and if you don't change it. Even in the state of California, from the progressive movement, you took the most progressive freaking person out of the Los Angeles Gascon and replaced him with a Republican in California.
This is what I'm saying, Pup. Listen to what I'm saying. How about this? So 76 million voted for Donald Trump. 73 million voted for Kamala. Right?
Mhm.
So whether you like it or not, roughly it says 48% of America still believes Donald Trump is guilty. As the president of the United States, he has to lead the country knowing that to be true.
That just shows how good and that gives credit to how good when you just bang that horn all day long and you like, for example, it's not.
But what I'm trying to say, it's not like it's 120 million to maybe 20 million. It's pretty much even. So I don't think this goes away. Is my point. I don't think it goes away.
If y'all continue down this route, and if you take the route like you're taking, like you got to listen.
I'm
Let me ask you
supportive of this.
This is an honest question, Zeus. Can't you see this happening? Okay, do you not see the Republican Party changing, moving more moderate to the center? Because that's what's happening. Literally, our party is done with the white, far right wing thing.
Okay.
And then
good.
and your party is also going to have to do thing and done with the far left thing that you've got your priorities backwards.
Okay.
And if you come to the middle, that'll be the majority of of Americans that understand common sense, that understand that bipartisan is the best way. We understand that. Our party's doing that, been doing that. Y'all are saying we're mixed up and tore apart. We don't even know what we're doing because Donald Trump has been changing this party. And now look at his cabinet. How diverse is his cabinet? Look across.
Well, you brought up diversity. You know who Byron Donald is?
Yeah, but
you know who Tim Scott is?
Uh-huh.
Have they gotten any cabinet appointments?
But I don't think he's done yet. For one, and that doesn't mean anything. But okay,
they should have got him in the first 48.
I get that, but here's what I get. Here's what I don't understand. I can show you.
Big Zot, are you listening up, Big Zot? I mean, this is kind of what I was trying to help you understand, Big Zot. They like you up to a certain point, and then after that, you need to stick to doing what you're doing.
How much is he? For you to say that he supported Tim Scott, like I don't even know what. But when you look across the board and you see diversity, you're like, yeah, but it's not my kind of diversity, so it's not diversity.
That's a good one. That's a good one. It's not your kind of okay. So maybe I got the definition of diversity wrong, is what you're suggesting. That's clever. That's clever, but I don't buy it. But it's clever. I would have listened, Sir Puff. This is why I say you guys got to go back to your lives that you host and talk about the issues. I'm doing it. As difficult as it is, I'm talking about the issues.
We actually are.
Immigration, it's coming. Mass deportations, innocent Americans, you're going to get caught.
Absolutely.
To the black folks out there, check your registration on your vehicles, all right? Check and make sure it hasn't been stolen, because you're riding around out here, you might get pulled over, boop, boop. And there you go. You're getting processed. You know how to process. Or simply put, Look at Donald Trump's cabinet appointments and ask yourself,
And
why haven't
I agree,
Byron Donalds and Tim Scott been
I
working?
agree with you. I agree with you, Zeus. There may be some mix-up, and I'll give the same warning. If you're an older, middle-aged white man, you got to be careful how you go around too, because you're a racist and a bigot and no good, and you're a danger.
Puff, stop it. Stop it. Ain't no police pulling over nobody that's older, white, and middle-aged. Stop it. We're talking about real life encounters, whether it's going to be with the military or law enforcement. All right, stop all of that stuff.
Okay, so Zeus, do you think it's real life encounters that I get that my inboxes stay full of? I know where you're at, you old white guy. You don't know do you know my inbox stays full of death threats and all kinds of stuff all the time? Just go look on some of my posts. That's the stuff that think unplug your machine, old man. You got no reason to breathe. We're coming for you. So you don't think because I'm an older white man that looks really good, by the way. You don't.
I was going to say just put your shirt on and that'll stop. If you stop advertising like you do on TikTok,
if you take my poster off your wall, I'll sign that for you.
If you would put your shirt back on, honestly, you wouldn't get all of that. But please.
Okay, so what you're saying in this country is if you're a white man and you take your shirt off, that you deserve death threats.
No. I'm just
saying.
That's what
you said. You said
if you're not handsome like Zeus.
If you're not
handsome like Zeus, Puff.
No, you said if I didn't want that to happen and I didn't want them threats, I should put my shirt on. That's what you said.
I said if you're not handsome like Zeus, you might want to keep your shirt on and keep a low profile. All right.
He was built like me, and the bad thing is I'm twice your age and built better than you.
Yeah. Okay. So listen, I got to move on. All right. This was an interesting conversation.
I like this Zeus better. I will say I like this less dangerous. This Zeus is less dangerous.
Well, I want you to understand. I'm going to be beating the drum that we should impeach Donald Trump the moment he breaks the law. So I want you to understand, I'm going to be a little more, have a little more decorum about myself. But make no mistake, if he slips up just once, I'm getting him. And I think when this report comes out that Jack Smith is supposed to drop, if you all do not grow some spine and hold this man accountable in some way, shape, or form, this number right here, this 73 million that you barely squeezed, is going to go in the opposite direction.
It'll be 83 million next time.
Ooh.
Have a good one, Zeus.
Ladies and gentlemen, that's Sir Puff. What I'm going to do, he's still possessed with the MAGA demon, all right? He's definitely going into the lake of fire, absolutely. Yeah, laugh right now because it's going to be funny when the clown show starts. Ladies and gentlemen, Sir Puff, get on out of here, all right? That's unfortunately, ladies and gentlemen, these people are... Woo! Let's give them a huge round of boos and shade.
Silence, you MAGA demon.
Your assessment of the circumstances at hand is truly unique. Let's talk about it. Translation?
You done lost your damn mind. When you get your damn mind, you call me.
Thank you. I noticed when we get into the immigration conversations, they don't want to go there. They don't want to have them. But, I'm going to have to continue to say it. It's coming. When you have the president saying he's going to use the United States military, and again, y'all voted for him, so I'm not going to feel bad, all right? But I think y'all should really start having conversations. So, Sir Puff, what I was ultimately getting at, Sir Puff, you need to look at your fellow Latino brothers and sisters that voted for Donald Trump and have that hard conversation. Hey, I just want to let you know I love you. You're a great person, but unfortunately, you might end up caught up in this. It doesn't mean I love you any less. You're more than welcome to reach out to me once you get to where they're sending you. But yeah, this is what America called for. I mean, you got to start having more of those conversations. All right? Seriously. All right, let's bring up the next guest. Oh, look at who I got right now. Oh my goodness. Shay, welcome back, Shay. I haven't seen you in an epic moment.
I know.
How have you been?
I've been good. Just busy doing my DEI work.
Okay. So that's still a thing right now because, they think that they got rid of DEI.
Nah, no.
I didn't think so. Yeah.
No. These are large companies that want to do the right thing and make sure that they're performing and doing what they need to do. So it's all good. So did that, and then all this week I'm working too, so I'll see you on Friday.
Okay,
But
great.
yeah, no, but it's good stuff and it's good work, and so enjoying that. But yeah, I mean, it's, I've had many conversations with Puff, and I don't think he understands. Well, I'm sure, no, he does. He knows what he's saying out of his mouth, but the thing that kills me, DEI is not being canceled all over the country, and why would it be? My God.
Right.
Anyway, you people need to seek help and look into your internal racism that you have going on there if you want DEI canceled. So yeah, disgusting. But
yeah,
because they think they don't even understand what DEI is. They don't even understand what I do.
Yeah.
Like it's all this made up crap that they think that we're doing, and you're making white people feel bad. No, it has nothing to do with that. Like, it's powerful stuff, and it's powerful information to give people perspectives about listening to each other. And
thank you. Understanding American history, the real history.
Yeah,
right.
The real history, and it's impactful, and they sit there and go, I never heard this, and I've never thought about this, or I had never understood this before. Okay, this makes sense. At the end of the day, they break it down within their own companies and what they see and what they understand and how they can help each other. It's really an amazing thing. It's not playing the race card.
Can I say this, Shay? These people, they're listening and they're going, and that's why you lost. To them, I just want to say this. Donald Trump's only getting 4 more years. That's it. So we can say whatever we want to say. Right? It doesn't change a thing. It's not like he's going to get reelected again. So we're not going to be silent when it comes to explaining to people how things in this country work, the history of the country. We're not going to be silent. Come on now. And if you say we're playing the race card, okay, if it's a card in the deck, then we can play it.
Yeah, I know.
We can play whatever card we want to play.
It's not playing the race card. And again, when you say stuff like that, it tells you don't understand anything. You don't actually get what it is, why it's important, and how that plays a role in bettering your company, bettering whatever it is, bettering our society, for people to get an absolute understanding instead of pushing this hateful narratives.
Yeah.
That all this is doing this, and all this are this way, and all they all want to do is this, and all this hateful rhetoric that doesn't need to exist.
Yeah.
And it just, that's it. And I find it disgusting that you feel that way. And all that is when you're saying that, is all you're wanting is for the white people to basically stay in the majority, and keep using what the privileges are that you have, and you don't want that stuff to go away. That's all you're saying. You're not able to sit down and listen to the issues, how other people feel, what their daily experiences are like, what it is to walk into, you're the only one in the room. How can you help that person feel a little more comfortable? How can you help that person feel like they've got, a place, and all of that stuff.
Be more inclusive.
Yes, that's exactly what it is. It's diversity, equity, and inclusion.
And they say that, and look at this, Shay, look at this.
Yeah.
It's you and I. Don't you think this platform, it's probably one of the most diverse platforms on TikTok?
Yeah.
Right?
It is.
We even bring MAGA in. And do they think to themselves, Democrats make me feel welcomed even when they shouldn't? They don't think that to themselves. It just shows how hypocritical these folks are.
Yeah.
It just shows how hypocritical they are. Yeah, you benefit from it, but you at the same time complain about it.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what's really crazy. I mean, at some point I can share with you more what it is.
Bianca, I'm not full of myself. I'm real. I'm full, but yeah, not like you think. Sorry, Shay.
No, God, you're good. But the things he was saying about Donald Trump and discovering who really has his back, who's going to do his bidding. He literally said that. I don't know about you, Puff, but Donald Trump is not king. You literally said it. This is the problem I have with MAGA, or whatever you want to call yourselves. I don't care.
Talk to him.
But what you are literally saying is that Donald Trump should be able to do what the hell he wants, and everybody should bow down to him and back his entire agenda. no matter what it is. Is there anything that Donald Trump can sit there and tell those 50 Republican senators, it's okay if I do this? And it's, I don't know, we can be preposterous here because God knows what's going to happen in the next 4 years. But it could be, we are, going to shut down the country just like North Korea, because my best friend Kim Jong-un says this is what we got to do. That we're going to absolutely take away all social media, all information, so people are not quote unquote woke.
Yeah.
Right.
They're so afraid of being woke. They'd rather have a cop with his knee on their neck. Some of the people in the, and at least you wasn't woke.
Yeah, well, exactly. It wasn't me. I don't care.
Wow.
That's why these DEI people are saying, you don't care about other people. That's the thing. The only reason you're responding to my work on DEI is because you don't freaking care about other people. How they feel, how they need to function, whatever it is. You don't care. A lot of people vote for selfish reasons. Well, I want lower gas prices.
Oh my God, I can't stand that. The eggs and the gas.
It's so stupid. So I can't wait. Listen, I said this. I'm like, sure, you want to make the economy better? I don't know how much you do that. You want to get the gas prices lowered? Fine. We'll all enjoy that. But that doesn't excuse the absolute ridiculousness that's going to exist. And Elon Musk, yes, he became very wealthy. But what's going on with Tesla? What's going on with SpaceX? What's going on with Twitter? These things are sinking because of him. Yeah, he got some ideas, and there's a whole history of Elon Musk that you guys don't even understand.
But Shay, at least they're not woke. At least they're not woke though, right? As long as they're not woke.
He's not woke. No, he grew up in apartheid South Africa. I just, I sit here and just listen, and he lied his way to get here. He broke our immigration laws, but you guys are all about the brown people at the border. You got Elon Musk over here going, yep, I got here. I lied about being a student here. Got a visa.
What do you got to say about that, MAGA? I mean, that's a valid point.
He broke the immigration laws.
He should be included in these mass deportations.
Yeah, he needs to be deported.
Yeah. Yeah, W Shay in the chat. W Shay in the chat. I just don't trust Elon around Donald Trump. It's like, he does need to go home. He does. It's a little too close. We're comfort.
Why is he? And I don't understand why he's talking to world leaders.
That's why I said. Yeah.
It's
That's
weird.
why I think, he's going to have to get Trump's going to have to get impeached or something in order to shake this guy back up and help him understand you're the president of the United States. This is not a game. This is about you protecting America. All right. This is not about you going on some sort of victory tour like you're the Jackson 5.
Well, exactly. And, like I said, we all feel the same way. We hope he does a great job. We want him to do a good job. We want things to be done right. But he is not a king. And it is up the senators. I'm sorry, Pop. I guess you really don't understand how our Constitution works. The senators are elected by their constituents. The senators need to listen to their constituents, what they need.
And that's what I was trying to tell you.
In Austin, Texas, or it's in New York, or it's in California. Their constituents of that state want them to do something.
Amen.
They are not to bow down to Donald Trump.
Amen. Let's go, Shay.
That is what our system is set up to do. This is the problem with people like Puff and many of them that feel that, he needs to have yes men so he can get his agenda done. No, that is not how our government is set up. They bow to us, not to Trump. Not to Trump.
Thank you.
And so that's who they need to listen to. So miss me with this, we're going to play games. I'm sorry. Did you elect him to play games with the American people?
Nope.
We're going to put in Matt Gaetz and see how it goes, and we're going to see what the loyalists lie. We're going to play this freaking game. No, you're not playing chess. You're playing hopscotch.
Thank you. Thank
I
you,
hope
Shay.
that ball wraps around that pole and smacks you in the head. Okay.
Hey, you make me laugh. That's so hilarious. That's so funny.
You are not playing chess. Everybody in their right mind with common sense, Puff. Those of you with common sense should see what the hell is going on with this crew in the MAGA world that is all about running a hyper agenda and then looking for yes men and loyalists. Screw the American people and what they want and why they voted, what their concerns are in their communities. Screw that. We're all about the billionaires and we're going to get rid of this and we can take over this and we're going to, just watch and wait what we're going to be seeing. And listen, I'm just like, the only way people are going to learn is by watching what happens. And it's sad, but it's the only way. It's just like you're raising a child, you tell them not to touch the furnace, and they keep putting, and you're like, all right. And then they're like, I got burned, Mom. Well, what do we say? You shouldn't have touched the furnace. I told you not to touch the furnace. You got to listen. And that's what we're dealing with, guys.
There you go.
That's what we're dealing with. They're going to F around and find out. And then it's like, oh, well, Grandma got deported. Yeah, well, we tried.
Yeah, we tried to stop it, but now it's at the point now where it's like, she has to go. Honestly, she has to go. Because I can't sleep at night knowing she's here. So I'm right there. But all right, Shay.
We didn't play the race card.
Yeah. Well, all right, Shay. All right, I got to
Love
move
you guys in the kingdom.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, W Shay in the chat. No lies detected. No lies detected. All right. I mean, they wanted. Listen, I'm not just going to sit up here and bash Donald Trump like I normally do because I saw the results of that. So what we're doing is we're addressing the real issues. All right. So if you're a Trump supporter, put a 1 in the chat. All right. I'll bring you right up, and don't worry, I'll take care of you. I'll lower those taxes. All right. Any Trump supporters out there that want to come up here and actually explain why they are still. Actually, you know who I want to talk to? Anyone out there regret voting for Donald Trump? Anyone out there that regrets voting for Donald Trump? Make sure you put a 1 in the chat, all right? Please let me know if you've regretted voting for him because you understand now. He played you like a fiddle. Owen, you did. Owen. Oh, really? Owen, come on up here. You said me. Come on up here, Owen. You regretted voting for Donald Trump.
Hey, Zeus, give me 1 second to pick up my daughter.
Oh, okay. Okay, all right. We might get somewhere with this one, ladies and gentlemen. I'm assuming he's being honest.
Hey, she's at the Eagles right now. I gotta feed her real quick, so let me get.
Uh-oh.
I didn't vote. I didn't vote for him this election, but when I turned 18 October, when he ran for election, that's when I did, and I wish I would knew better.
What do you mean? You mean in 2020?
No, 16.
Oh, okay.
That's when I turned 18 October.
Okay. Well, why did you voted for him in 2016? You said in October.
Yeah, I turned 18 October.
But you're saying October without a year. I'm thinking this October.
Oh, well, I was born in 1998, and I don't remember what year it was or how old I was. Well, obviously I was 18 when I was in 2016. Sorry, I'm not a good talker. Sorry, I'm not a good talker. I'm not good at this.
Got it. So why did you regret voting for him then, real quickly?
You know what little men do is that they look for guidance from the parents, and the parents they're like, no, you got to make your own choices and do your own decisions and make mistakes like we did. And they're wrong when they say that, but they're also right. I don't know, it kind of hurts.
Yeah. So you recognize on your own that Donald Trump probably isn't a good person, huh?
Oh, I learned the first time. I never quite forgave myself because in a way, in like a deeper way, I kind of like unalived my aunt. You know what I mean? Because of COVID. Like if that dumb guy, like if he did something a little bit better, my aunt would still be. I don't know. She'd still be here.
Yeah. Well, it brings up a good point in terms of just the fact that he's a terrible leader. But listen, Owen, I thank you for giving us that information. All right, and I'm going to move on. All right, my brother.
Mm-hmm.
All right. I know you got to take care of your daughter.
I think a lot of people don't understand is that we're all sinners. Like we all need forgiveness. So like we don't choose to. We have free will, but like that's the D word. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah. Free will. Well, listen, keep up the good work, and I appreciate you. I guess letting it be clear to the Trump supporters out there that when you put someone like him in the office, accountability starts with him. All right.
Yeah, and I mean, you guys gotta choose love. I mean, I'm choosing love for my daughter. I'm doing a little bit better, but I mean, I could be better. I mean, I could be a better person, but I mean, I
Yeah.
kind of want to just be around her. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And you're looking out for her like a real parent, a real responsible parent should. All right,
Yeah.
ladies and
At least I
gentlemen, let's
try.
give let's give Owen a round of applause. No lies detected. Thank you, brother Owen. You see what I'm doing, ladies and gentlemen? You see what we're doing? We are getting some truth out to the people. I'm not here to try to tell people Donald Trump is a bad person. I'm trying to help people see for themselves that Donald Trump is a bad person, all right? And if you can see for yourself that based on experience, he's a bad person and that you probably should do a little bit of I don't want to say it this. You should make sure that now that he is in office, you should be definitely holding him accountable, all right, and making sure he doesn't allow his dark side to run him and actually just do his job. Because I think if Donald Trump were to just put his head down and do his job, he would get these 4 years done, and it would be probably as good as he's trying to say it. But I don't think he's going to listen to himself. I think he's going to. I don't think he's going to ignore those demons he has. Right? If you're a Trump supporter, please put a 1 in the chat. All right, I'll do one more, and then I'll go back and I'll start talking to some of the mutuals. Put a 1 in the chat if you're Trump supporters. All right, soul searching because y'all have sold y'all souls. Who sold their souls? Donald Shroom. I can't bring you up. Justice No Water. Have I talked to you before? Justice No on Justice. Have I talked to you before? Good morning. Good morning. Donald Trump is a bad person saying that you keep pushing propaganda and one. Yeah. I don't know what that means. Justice.
I ain't gonna lie, Zeus. You spoken to me before, and I'm not the opposition at all. I just wanted to say we appreciate what you do every day, man. I'm always tuned in.
Oh,
You know what I'm
okay.
saying? But you taught me a lot on just the Democratic side of things, and I've learned a lot at only 20 years old. So I appreciate this. Got me into politics a lot more.
That's
So
what
yeah.
I like to hear, champ. That's what I'd like to hear. Again, just get out there and keep educating yourself about what's going on so you don't end up playing yourself when you vote. That's all.
100%.
That's all I'm
Yeah.
trying to help people understand. All right. We got a lot of people out here that are just playing themselves.
Yes, sir. I appreciate it, man. Even though our candidate didn't win, we gonna keep pushing, man. It is what it is at the end of the day.
Yeah.
But you can only educate yourself and make yourself better for the next time. So
Amen.
we
Amen.
appreciate what you do every morning, man.
All right. All right. Well, listen, brother, that's motivation that I need. Ladies and gentlemen, give Justice W's in the chat. All right. W in the chat for Justice. Much appreciated, bro. Much appreciated. All right, you too. All right. Let's go, ladies and gentlemen. All right. If you're a Trump supporter, please put a 1 in the chat. I'll bring you right up, and you know exactly what we're going to do. We're going to drill, baby, drill. All right. Yes, Tinkerbell. We're trying. America is just going to self-destruct. Yeah. So ultimately where we're at, ladies and gentlemen, thank you, Bamba. Thank you so much. Where we're at, ladies and gentlemen, is, this Elon relationship with Donald Trump and these mass deportations mixed with these cabinet appointments. It's clear as day this is a circus act that Donald Trump is putting on. All right. He's putting on a nice little circus. All right. So if you're a Trump supporter, go ahead, send Zeus a guest request. No Dems are crying. All right, Scorpion 60. Come on up here, Scorpion. Let's have that conversation if you don't mind, Scorpion. All right, Spotter. Come on up here, Spotter. There you go, Spotter. Welcome to the show. How are you doing? It's a dangerous circus act. Yeah, Spotter. Oh, welcome. Wow, you turned the camera on. Lord have mercy, Jesus Christ.
Thank you.
What's going on, Zeus?
Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy.
What's going on, Zeus?
There's an echo. Wow. There's an echo. There's an echo, bro. Oh my God. Spotter. There's an echo, and it's all kinds of wow. Wow, do y'all see what these Trump supporters do? They literally go and create fake accounts to come up in the box and talk to Big Zeus. Why? Be yourselves. Wow. Sir, I can I get another Trump supporter besides Tiny Tank Top Tim Tom? All right. This is sad. This is sad, Mag. This is sad. This is very, very sad. I'm looking for a Trump supporter out there that wants to come up here and explain themselves real quickly. All right, please send Zeus a guest request. Don't worry. All you cry. Who's crying? Who's crying? Who says? I'm still. Who said that? Hold on. They said that I'm still crying. Crafty, come on up here, Crafty. You said Zeus is crying. Uh huh. Yeah. I mean, why would I? I love you too. I don't have a reason. I don't have a reason. Crafty, come on up here. I don't have a reason to cry. As far as I'm concerned, you all see what's about to happen. Yeah, you all see what's about to happen. Don't cry, David. Come on up here. Come on up here. Zeus buying stock in Diddy oil. Michael, come on up here, Michael. Yeah, you see what they got. We'll see. I think MAGA has basically came to their senses and they said, you know what, maybe we should leave Big Zeus alone because it's getting very, very dangerous out there with Big Zeus. Oh, okay, there he is. He's back. He's back. Hold on. He's back. Hold on. Yeah, welcome. Did you get some parking? Sir. Well, it looks like this connection isn't working. All right, let's go. Well, I'll move on to the next guest. I didn't realize I got people in the guest request that I could probably bring up. Let me see. Who do we have next? Who is this? Who is this? Donnie. Greetings, Donnie. How are you?
Hey, can you hear me now?
Yeah. Did you vote for Donald Trump?
Yeah, kind of regretting.
Oh, you're regretting voting for him. Welcome. Are you sure you're regretting? Because, people are out here and you just can't read whether or not people are being honest. So, how could we honestly know you regret voting for Donald Trump? And by the way, do you know there's some Trump supporters here? So they're going to definitely be pushing back if you say anything that's not true.
Mhm. Yeah, I understand. No, I mean, it feels like he's just from everything that he's doing. I mean, obviously he's greatest con man in history, right?
I'm not going to disagree with you, but I'm confused, honestly. I really am confused. You voted for him this election?
Yeah, I was on the fence. So I something was interesting about this webinar. I've talked to someone who was in a webinar with the American Immigration Council. Wanted to see what you thought. It was just how it was going to affect the economy, this mass deportation he's talking about. I think he's really just table talk, talking about eggs, talking about deport, just what people want to hear. And I don't see how he's going to do it. I mean, there's no system in place, right, to round up, that many. What is he talking about? 10, 20, 30 million?
Yeah.
We don't even have that many. We don't have that many. And there's nothing in place. So he'd have to get what? When I was talking to the immigrant, it'd be 30,000 more agents, right? How much is that going to cost us? 7-8 billion a year. And then you got to detaining of him, right? And he's got to go through a whole legal process. He's got to build tents and just to keep them in.
So what you're doing now is you are actually trying to make it make sense, I guess, in terms of
it's
he's
just
trying
like
to do.
Yeah, he's not even going to be. It's not even going to be the logistics. It's going to be impossible, right? I mean, he'd have to get military. He'd have to get just law enforcement. It would just cost too much money. And not only that, the mass trauma, right? It's gonna. You'd have to rip these families away from. They're living with people that are, American citizens. But it would just cost too much. It would just cost too. It just wouldn't even be possible.
You know what this looks like to me, right? Can I say this?
Do you agree?
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah. You know what this looks to me. And you might say I'm being harsh, but it's going to sting the way that I say this. It looks like you're trying to have your cake and eat it. Does that make sense?
What do you mean? No.
Well, I'm proud that you are at least coming to your senses, right? But it's almost like you want to be able to vote for Donald Trump, but not be the bad person, if that makes any sense, right? What do you say to people who think that might be what you are trying to do? Because how did this happen? How did this happen?
No, I know what you mean. Like I said, he's just he got all the. I was surprised how many people voted for him that are paycheck to paycheck, right? People are
But you voted for
poor.
him.
Well,
You can't speak for everybody. You can't vote. You can't speak for
right.
everybody,
Well, when I was looking at the numbers,
huh?
when the numbers came out, like how many Latinos, how many women, like you could tell it was just he was, like I said, just hitting the points, tabletop points. People threw everything aside, about, you know, um,
But
just to
but for
just to
you,
hopefully
but for
save some money
you,
on some eggs.
but well, listen, you're saying everything that I want to hear. I'm not falling for it. Why did
Mhm.
you? Why did you vote for him, knowing all of this information? Right? I mean, this is the issue.
Well, this was after. This is after.
No, what do you mean this is after?
Uh, I got this information after.
Where were you at before?
No, I know.
Where were you at before the election? You didn't hear anything about him being a terrible president?
I didn't know it was this egregious. Everything you're saying is just not going to be true.
Is
It
this
looks
your
like.
first time voting?
No.
Okay. Let me see something real quick. All right. Let me see something. I mean, as far as I'm concerned, sir, we're gonna call. We all say this is a lot of people saying they just don't buy this story. You got anything else you can give us to help us understand you made a terrible decision? What else you got?
I mean, no, that's it. I mean, I guess it's easier to fool people than to convince them they've been fooled, right? I mean, that's a quote from Mark Twain.
I get
I
that.
mean,
I get that. I get that. So, did you vote? This is your first time voting?
yeah. No, it's not.
Okay. Who did you vote for
No, it's
last
not.
election?
I voted for Obama.
You voted Obama, and then you did what? You skipped out a couple elections?
Yeah,
Hmm. Okay. Well, listen.
I didn't
I,
vote
th-
for him.
I think I understand what's going on here. I understand very clearly. Uh, I think honestly, I hate to do this, but you're still possessed with the MAGA demon.
No, I don't think so.
I think so. I think you are, bro. And I just don't think you should be trusted voting again. But things can change. Do you happen to have your voter registration on you? And that way I can see kind of where you stood, where you're standing
No.
now? Okay, well, I'm doing this with the most love that I could conjure up right now. But hopefully this will help you get on the straight and narrow, all right? Because I do believe deep down inside you might be a great person, all right? But the people have spoken. Lake of Fire, Donnie. Unfortunately,
Okay.
ladies and gentlemen, Donnie is going straight to the Lake of Fire. Unfortunately, he's still possessed with the MAGA demon. Thank you for being respectful, but get on out of here.
Silence, you MAGA demon.
Yeah, we can't wiggle, and you can't play the middle ground now. All right, you can't play the middle. Oh, you said he looked Latino. Oh, well, listen, stranger things have happened. All right, let's go to the box. Good morning, Z-Pac. How are you doing? Long time no see.
My goodness.
Yes.
I mean, how long do you have to make me wait? Jeesh. I mean,
listen. Yeah. well, we're pinging and ponging around here, all right? But listen,
clearly.
I'm glad that you're here, all right? I haven't checked in with you in a while.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yep.
How are you dealing with
So-
the post-election? How are you dealing with things?
A lot of Xanax for educational purposes only.
Lord have mercy.
And so we're doing okay. But I mean, realistically, I think there is a lot of people who are going to ultimately end up regretting this entire thing. Declaring martial law and using the military is quite crazy. That's wild to deport people to handle a problem that doesn't exist. That's insane. Real interesting story I wanted to share. My dad was just in Epcot with my mother, and they were on a boat ride where I guess my dad has a little bit of a trouble. He has neuropathy.
Okay.
And so he was trying to get into the boat, and the boat obviously was going up and down. And and he kind of lost his balance. And there were these really large men, okay? And they helped him keep his balance. And they didn't speak a lick of English. And it is quite possible that these people are maybe here illegally, maybe they're here legally, maybe they're on a pathway to citizenship.
Right.
But on his way out of the boat and everything, they asked him, do you need more help getting out of the boat? And these are the kind of people that Donald Trump is ultimately going after. He's going after good people who are, respectful of the people in this country. And I think that is something that kind of
when you say good
really hit me.
When you say good people, what do you say to those good people who voted for this, though? Isn't that kind of the other side of this?
I don't think that they either are not good people or they don't know what they're doing, because I think that a lot of people think that these people are just all bad people, when in reality, my father is a 77-year-old man, and he could have really hurt himself, and they helped him. So I find this is just kind of a hateful thing.
And that's what I've been saying. That's what I'm saying, Z-Pot. I said a lot of people voted for Trump because of hatred in their hearts, right? I've heard conversations from Hispanic folks. One of them, they said, I didn't like the fact that Kamala was giving black men business loans, so I voted for Trump. You've heard black people come up here, I want to see the mass deportations, right?
They don't really know what they want. I mean, they want to dismantle the Department of Education and send it back to the states. But meanwhile, the red states are the states that are the worst states when it comes to education. So it's not like they're going to help anything by sending it back to the states. They're just going to make people, dumber, which is, I guess, what they want. And I just think that in reality, there's going to be a lot of people that are going to suffer from this, and I think that
his supporters are going to suffer.
Yeah, and I think they're going to blame it probably on Joe Biden somehow, or find a way to do it. They're gonna morph it into that. I do like Dark Brandon just telling Ukraine, yeah, those missiles I gave you, yeah, go ahead and use those sons of bitches.
Oh,
listen,
keep it
because
clean. Keep it clean.
Sorry, because the reality is, you can F around and find out. And if you've got missiles going into Moscow, listen, Donald Trump got to deal with it, bruh.
Yeah.
Okay, you were talking about World War III forever. He never authorized that, right? Well, he's doing it now. So
yeah.
Good luck with your World War III over there. But yeah, no, that was actually a kind of a bossy move from him.
Yeah, they thought Biden couldn't do anything. They say Biden's not there. Well, Biden's there now.
And the other thing that I'll just say before I drop down is I think that, this whole, and you've had this conversation, the mandate, the 50%, a guy that can't even get 50% of the population to vote for him isn't a mandate. That's not a mandate. When we talk about Arnold Palmer, maybe that was all man. Donald Trump was talking about him being wants to go on a date with him.
Wow.
But, realistically, that's not a mandate.
No.
But I do need to leave. I've got business to attend to. But thank you.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's give a W for Z-Pac. W's in the chat. He has a point. I don't think it's not like he got 80 to 90% of the American people to support him. So he's got a lot of work to do. W Rick in the chat. All right, thank you, Rick. Come on up here, Mike. Mike, come on. You said it's a mandate. You said it's a mandate. If you're a Trump supporter, I see someone in the chat. They said, Zeus, bring up a real Trump supporter. I've been asking for, quote, real Trump supporters to get in the box and talk. All right. If you're a Trump supporter and you want to come in here and say whatever it is you want to say, come on up here. All right. Now, if you get up here and you start lying, I definitely will be pushing back. But make no mistake, I talk to anybody. I talk to anybody. But if you're lying, we're going to stop you right there in your tracks, all right? And I get it. I want you all to just come up here and admit the truth about why you voted for Donald Trump, all right? If you could just do that, that would make me feel a lot better. All right, let's see. Who do we have next? Biden should pardon his son. I agree. I agree. Thank you, Miss Cam, for that. All right, I appreciate it. All right, looking for Trump supporters. All right, where are you at? Put a 1 in the chat. Put a 1 in the chat if you're a Trump supporter. All right, and don't worry, I'll take care of you. I'll get those taxes lowered. All right. All right, Trump broke the man. The man. No, you're not. Donald. I'm trying to send you a guest request, Donald, but clearly with only 4 viewers, 4 followers, you can't get in the box and talk. No, sir. Come on up here. Thank you. Thank you. Come on, y'all. Be brave. Come up here and support your cult leader. Okay, listen, there's 2 of you. There's 2. I only could do 1. Worm, are you a Trump supporter?
Yeah.
All right, I'll talk to you because no sir hit his camera. What part of the country are you from, if you don't mind sharing with the American people?
I'm in the Northeast.
Northeast. All right, shout out. All right, if you don't mind, could you explain to me why you did that?
Why I did what?
You voted for Donald Trump. I mean,
oh, okay.
Don't you have any? And then I guess what are your concerns after that, right? So why did you do it, and what concerns do you have about his presidency?
Why I did it is because I think the country has been going in the wrong direction and is in really bad shape over the last 4 years. And my only concern, and it's kind of I'm a little more concerned after the news I heard this morning. My concern is that he is not going to follow through, and that he is going to try and play nice with these people who have tried to just ruin him over the last 4 years. And what happened, what was reported this morning, how he even sat down with Morning Joe people, just blows my mind after the way they treated him and after the things they've said about him over these past 8 years now, calling him Nazi and fascist and just and trying to put him in jail and just everything. And for him to be as magnanimous as he is and even sit down with them just shows he's a better man than me, let me tell you, because there's no way I would sit down with them people because they realize that their ratings are shit.
Hey, wait. Now we don't curse over here. I'm letting you.
Okay.
I'm letting you get the front.
Their ratings are garbage.
So from what I'm gathering, you didn't like that. You don't.
I don't
like
the fact. Yeah. Right. Yeah.
What does that say about Trump then? That he did that.
That he's pretty magnanimous and that he's willing to work with the people.
Maybe
what do you think it says about him?
Maybe he's saying to all Trump supporters, you all should start working with Democrats.
I don't have to work with him. I don't have to work with him. He does.
But no, that's the leader. That's who you all voted for.
Okay.
And he is from what I'm gathering, he's signaling to you that you guys need to start working with Democrats because he's doing it. I don't get why it's so difficult to fall in line.
I am not. No. Wait a minute. Now you want us to fall in line with him when you've been saying for 8 years not to fall in line with him? Are you serious?
You woke up this morning and you shared that information with me. He met with Morning Joe and Mika. All right?
Yep.
You clearly have an issue with it.
Yes.
And I believe the issue is you're like, how is he going to sit here and talk to these people after they've beat him up for so long?
Exactly.
You can't bring yourself to do that, but you acknowledge that he brought himself to do that.
Yep. And he's the president of the United States, and he might feel like he has to.
Yeah. So if that's the decision he's making, don't you think if that is what unites this country, that you should be prepared to do the same thing? I don't get why y'all are not falling in line all of a sudden.
I don't get why you want us to fall in line when you've been saying you've been calling him the same names.
But he clearly agrees with it. That's why he sat down and talked with him.
He agrees with what? What's he agree with?
What Mika and Joe were saying about him. Why do you think he sat down and talked with him then?
He agrees with what Mika and Joe were saying about him over the last 8 years? That he's a fascist and then all that stuff, and he's a Nazi, and he agrees with that? That's why he sat with him?
Well, why else did he do it?
What are you talking about?
Why else did he do it then, Worm?
Why else? Probably.
Because he wants to go to lunch with them and hang out with them over the vacations and stuff like that. I mean, they're friends now? Is that what you're saying?
No, this is exactly my point. You are playing right into what I'm saying. He is not friends with them now. I don't know why he did it.
You don't trust him now?
What did I say that?
Because if he's
Don't put words into my mouth, buddy. I'm trying to have a conversation, and you're trying to project things and tell me what I'm thinking and all that. Okay?
I guess I don't want to put words in your mouth. I'm really trying to wrap my mind around.
You asked me a question about my concerns, and that is my biggest concern, is that he is going to, like he did the last time, when he walked in there and tried to play nice with these people who are evil, and he got it stuck right in his back. So my concern is that he's going to try and be nice to them again, and they're going to stick it in his back again. That is my concern.
Okay.
You asked me.
Yeah, and to me, it's interesting that this is happening even before he gets into the White House, right?
Why do you think Joe and Mika went there?
Because that's part of their job. I guess they got to cover.
No, that's because their ratings are horrible. They realize that they've killed themselves. Their show is down the tubes because of all this. They're trying to make things better. They are the ones doing that. They are the ones that wanted to go meet with him after all of the stuff that they have said about him. Now, let me ask you something. If he is as bad as they've been saying for 8 years, what do they want to go meet with him for?
So if it's about ratings,
no, answer me that.
If it's about ratings, right, then this meeting was to help MSNBC get better ratings, right?
And he helped, and he let them do it.
So that's my point, right? He's okay with MSNBC getting better ratings. Maybe Trump is getting a kickback.
No, is that what it is? He's getting a kickback?
He's a money man. He's a transactional person, right? So we don't know, but that's why I'm asking.
Why would you say something like that? Why would you say something like that? That is so disparaging that you would just say something like that. That he's getting a kickback. This billionaire President of the United States is going to get a kickback from Joe and Mika. Are you serious?
Well, I was thinking more about MSNBC, right?
Nobody watches MSNBC.
But they'll be watching it now that Donald Trump and Joe and Mika are friends.
No, they will not. MSNBC has proven what they are over the last few years.
Would you watch it, honestly, if Donald Trump did an interview on MSNBC, though, Worm?
I would watch the interview for sure.
So that's my point.
He didn't do an interview, though.
No, if he does, you'll watch it.
I will, and I would watch it. I would watch it on Fox. I would watch it on ABC. I would watch it on anywhere. Because I want to see what these people who have been calling him these vile, nasty names for all this time, I want to see what they have to say. I wish that they had videoed his meeting the other day with him to see them people on their knees.
Well, here's the thing. I believe this about you, Worm. I think that somewhere along the way, you're going to fall in line and do the same thing. You will become...
With who? Joe and Mika?
Yeah, you're going to do exactly what Donald Trump says do. You know, Troy Nils, he said it in an interview. I think it was actually on CNN. He says, when Donald Trump says jump, they say how high.
Is that right?
Yeah. That is the order. That is the directive. And so what I'm hearing from you, and you got to work on this, is you have to be able to adapt quicker. All right. You're having too hard of a time following your leader. All right.
I have to adapt when you have all of your side saying they're leaving the country. They don't speak to
Let
their
me get it for you.
parents anymore. They threw their parents out of their house. They'll never break bread with Trump people. Are you serious? I have to fall in line? I haven't said that at all. What I've said is that I would not have met with those people if I was Donald Trump. That is all.
Right, but Donald Trump did it, and my point is you got to accept it and
I
move
did it.
on. And
done.
So
It's
what
done.
if he? So next thing you know, he's going to probably be meeting with people like Nancy Pelosi, Chuck Schumer, and he's
No.
going to be I mean, he met with President Biden.
He would. Well, of course he did.
Yeah. So it makes sense when you're the president of the United States to work with Democrats. Fall in line.
Those other Democrats are not going to be in charge anymore. They're done.
Well, you can say that now, but you woke up today with some news that you didn't expect to see. So who really knows, right? But my whole point is this, Worm. I think this is why I've been saying it's a clown show that Donald Trump has put on. And
So now it's a clown show. He did something right. You're saying that I should be following, yet he's doing it. It's a clown show.
Well, because look at how you look this morning. You feel bad. You honestly woke up, and I could imagine the first time this came across your timeline or wherever you got it, and you found out he met with them. I'm pretty sure you were devastated. If you were eating breakfast, you probably
Devastated?
threw it down. Yeah.
No. Devastated? I don't think so. Not even close. I was bewildered. but here's the thing, is I don't know, and did you notice that
What did you
they
do
didn't-
honestly when you
they-
found out? When you found
I-
out he
I
met
shook
with-
my head. I shook my head. And I'm wondering though, do you wonder this? Do you wonder why they didn't mention anything that was said in their discussions? So maybe he did tell them to go piss up a rope. I don't know.
Well, you know what that's called? That's called wishful thinking.
I hope he did, sure.
But
Because-
what if it's the other way around? He said, "I'll do the interview. I'll be on MSNBC, a few times a year because I think my voice is important and I want the American people to know what I say." What if that's
Well,
what he did?
then good for him. Then if he did, I'll watch.
And then and that's what I wanted you to say. Welcome to the MSNBC platform, Worm. Congratulations.
There's not a chance.
Yeah, Donald Trump led you to the MSNBC platform.
So let me ask you this. What's your name anyway, Zeus?
Yeah.
Zeus, let me ask you this.
I just need you to fall in line.
Listen, I'm not falling in line with anybody. I'm
Trump
my
is
own
your,
person.
Trump
But
is
let
your
me
daddy.
ask you this.
He's your daddy, Come on, bro.
Can I ask you this? Just because now I'm sure you've watched interviews of Trump on Fox, right?
Yeah.
Does that mean you're on the Fox platform?
Sometimes. I'm not in denial.
Welcome to the Fox platform, Zeus.
I guess that makes you and I pretty much the same.
No.
You don't want to be a Democrat, huh?
Oh, no.
Because that's where you're headed.
Hey.
Trump used to be a Democrat, right?
Dude, so did I.
Okay, so you should have no problem being a Democrat. Welcome
You know
back.
when I got
Welcome
off of the
back.
Democrats? You know when I got off of Democrats? I was a registered Democrat. I was a Democrat politician. And you know when I got off of them? When they pulled the bull crap, I'm not going to swear, nonsense that they pulled with Donald Trump in 2015 and 16 when they started all of that, Hillary started all of that Russian collusion nonsense. That's when I bailed. That was dirty. It was so dirty, and it was proven to be dirty, and that's why I'm not there anymore. And I'm not a Republican. I am
a Trump
blank.
supporter. No. I got some more. I got more information. This just came in.
Don't tell me no.
Worm, you're a Trump supporter.
Yes. Without a doubt.
And believe it or not, but he's the Republican Party. So that means you're a Republican.
So everybody who voted for Trump is a Republican, even the Democrats that voted for it, right?
That's how I see it. Yeah,
right.
yeah.
Well, that's the way you think.
He's the Republican president. I mean, the Republican leader, right? He is the GOP, as many say. So, Worm, I don't know why you're so worked up, but you know what I'll say? Please continue to watch MSNBC, all right? Because there's a lot of DEI programming in there as well, and I hope you learn something from that, all right?
DEI is going to be gone.
Yeah, well, I guess there's something else Trump hasn't told you, all right? I got to move on, all right?
As it should be.
I got to move on now, all right? But I hope you stick around and listen to this show a little longer, a lot more, because what we do is we get to the issue, and some of that does involve DEI training, all right? Fair enough. And by the way, if you don't mind answering one question, when is, you know who Tim Scott is?
Yes.
You know who Byron Donald is? I mean?
Yep.
Do you know when they'll get any cabinet appointments?
How would I know that?
I mean, maybe you know something I don't know, but don't you think it's time they get cabinet appointments?
I couldn't tell you because that's not up to me. That's up to those in the administration.
But don't you think it's past time? I mean, seriously, these guys have put a lot out there to get something. Well, they even gave Elon a company, a department that doesn't even exist. They could have at least did the same thing for Byron and Tim Scott, right?
Is Byron and Tim Scott, are they the multi-billionaire businessmen that Elon is?
No.
Okay.
So that's why they don't get anything.
No, that's why they didn't put them in his spot.
I got it. I mean, Matt Gaetz, you know, this guy's not really that hot. I mean, he got attorney general. I mean,
you guys are real scared of him, aren't you?
I'm not scared, but I just thought maybe you could do something. Could you whisper something in Donald Trump's ear to help get those brothers a job?
I don't have that.
Do you have use your platform and put a video up and say, "Hey, Donald Trump, please give these brothers a job." All right, if you could do that and tag me, I'd really appreciate it. All right. Now I got to move on.
Why are you wanting them to get spots? You haven't liked anybody that he's put into any of these spots. Why do you want them in there?
I believe he should have a diverse cabinet.
Okay. So
and that would make it look a little more diverse.
Just because they're black? Just because they're black?
No, because they're qualified. I didn't mention anything about race.
If they put it, what do you mean just because they're qualified?
Yeah,
you guys have been against them. You've been railing on them since they came out for Donald Trump.
But they're loyal.
You guys are such hypocrites.
You're
loyal. Such hypocrites.
They're loyal. Why are you getting worked up about him giving those two brothers a job? You shouldn't get worked up about that.
I'm getting worked up about you because you're a hypocrite.
No. I think those two brothers deserve a job in his cabinet.
Those two brothers, you people have come out against them because they were with Trump. You've been against them for 4 years, and now all of a sudden you want them to get cabinet spots.
You're
a hypocrite.
Okay, so
you're a hypocrite.
So they don't deserve jobs according to you.
Who said that? I never said that.
You just did.
No, I did not. You're a hypocrite and a liar.
So say that they deserve jobs.
I don't know that they deserve jobs.
That's what I thought. All right. Well, listen, Worms. Zeus
You're
has to move on.
You're a liar and a hypocrite, dude.
I'd rather be that and with the Lord than to be with Donald Trump in that dirty diaper like you. All right.
Well, you know who's with him now is Joe and Mika.
Okay, and you'll be there too. All right.
Yeah, you keep watching them clowns.
Okay. Well, listen, I got to move on. All right, but. Great conversation, but
how did that dog walk and feel?
Oh, it felt just like this. You hear that? You hear that? You hear that? It's a lake of fire and it's warming up. Hey, someone has to go in there between you and I. Who do you think is going?
It's what is it? I don't know what you just said.
Oh, I said it's the lake of fire. Woo! It's getting hot right there, Worm. You're possessed with the MAGA demon. Don't worry, I'll lower your taxes and take care of you, all right? Ladies and gentlemen, let's send them to the lake of fire. Let's give them a huge round of booze and shame.
Silence, you MAGA demon.
Thank you, Rick. Wow, yeah. I didn't know someone would get that worked up over Morning Joe and Mika, meeting with Donald Trump. But, there's a first time for everything, all right? All right, let's move it along, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, my goodness. Who do we got next, ladies and gentlemen? Good morning, Straight Facts. How are you doing this morning, all right? We're down to crunch time. What do you got? Straight Facts, are you there? Good morning.
Hey, what's going on with you?
Hey, what's going
Well, I was just sitting up here thinking about the same thing that Shay said earlier when she said, and you said it as well. if he is so pro-black like you guys claim he is, I don't like to say his name anymore, so I just call him the Invisible One. If he was so pro-black like you guys claim he is, then why in the heck has he not put Byron Donaldson or Tim Scott in place yet? I mean, Black, explain that to us, because I think that Zeus is asking the same question.
Yeah. These are qualified people.
Yeah. And it looks like they're twisting themselves into knots. Why are they so mad, Zeus? I don't understand. Why are they so angry? I thought you guys won.
Yeah.
We don't want to be your friend. You don't have to come be our friend. And that narrative that you guys are trying to push, it was because of wokeism, the reason why you guys lost. No. You guys are still playing with yourselves, and we're still talking about reality. It was because of straight out racism why Donald Trump ran. And I mean, there is no ifs, ands, buts about it. I know you want to say it's other things other than racism. Oh, it was your Meemaw's jaw. Oh, it was your Paw Paw's cigar. Oh, it was, y'all come up with some good stuff. I mean, the twists and turns that you guys are putting yourselves in to try to make this election feel like it was a kumbaya session is amazing to me. It really is.
Wow. You're hitting the nail right on the head. Straight facts. They know it. But they will come up here and act like it didn't happen.
Yeah. They'd rather do that because it's easier for them to sleep at night, for them to think that it wasn't just their plain old out racism. See, they say stuff like Donald Trump is like, my uncle that's in the house or whatever. But let me tell you something. If I had an uncle that was in the house like Donald Trump and that sat up and told racist jokes, because remember, you guys, Michael Cohen already came up here and told us how he used to say little racist things in the car. I'm still kind of irritated at him because he unleashed him onto us when we could not have been bothered with him. My attitude is this: if I was someone's lawyer and they were a big time person and they were talking about running for president of the United States, and I knew that they were slightly bigamous, misogynist, racist, all the stuff that we know is bad, I wouldn't fill out an application for that person to run as president of the United States of America. But it seems to me that you guys are okay with a little racism, and I just want to understand why. Is there any way one of you maggots can come up here and tell us how you can just look over a little bit of racism? Does that not make you racist? I think it makes you racist. And then you have the audacity to say, well, why can't we come together? No, we won't be doing any of that.
Wow.
Not today and not no other day.
Wow. You hear this, MAGA? You see what the divide you've caused in this country? I mean, wow. Yeah, the reason that they're struggling, I think, straight facts, is because it takes a while, especially when you're doing wrong, to come out of that and go, wow, I was doing wrong. And they don't. Some people don't have the courage to do it right now for some strange reason.
That's because they know that if they go ahead and admit that the reason why they voted for Donald Trump, it would be saying that we're right. We were right. You guys don't understand. Let me make sure y'all. Let me break it down to y'all real clearly. The fact that Donald Trump won, and he is the least qualified candidate that ever hit this country, means that we were absolutely right when we said that you guys were a bunch of racist POSs. We were right. You guys don't get that? And then what was the gentleman that came up here and said that they play chess, not checkers? No, you guys play checkers. You've been playing checkers since you guys went over to Africa and brought us over here against our will. Ooh. And then you're mad because we don't want to conform to what you want to conform. Well, you should have let us come over here on our own accord, like you let everybody else come over here. You came and got us. And then you mad at us, foundational black people, shall we call it?
Oh, that's what that Big Zaw said. He said he's a foundational black person, but he voted
for
Trump.
I talked to him before. He a foundational, you know what? Because he ain't smart enough to know not to put his name, his profile name is illegal. He don't even get what he out here fronting and flashing, and then wonder why the FBI gonna be at his house tomorrow. Stop playing with us, because you big and everybody know what Zaw means. Stop playing. showing off your big old house because you live in Chicago. I don't understand how those are talking about. He sat up here and said for the longest that he wasn't scared of the police. Yes, you is, because you voted for the man that gave police indemnity to go ahead and do whatever the heck they want to do to you. So you're scared of the police, because if you weren't scared of the police, then you would have picked Kamala. Somebody that's going to reform the police departments, make sure that they implement rules and regulations as they were supposed to be implemented, not like how they implemented the 94 crime bill. The reason why Big Zah got up here and talked all that mess because he does not know how the government works. And it's a shame. Wow. I know you guys think y'all was doing something when y'all ran down there and voted for Trump, but I'm gonna tell y'all something. We was just trying to let the United States of America run like, the high level that we thought we were. But since y'all want to have the trap house as a White House, we can do that too. I'm with all the shenanigans.
Oh! You said you gonna turn the White House into a trap house. I mean, when you say it like that, it is what it is.
That's what it is. So,
unfortunately, that's where we've arrived because of the hatred in people's heart and the hatred in people's hearts. That's where we are.
They wasn't happy with a well-ran White House, following the rules. You wanted to put the crimer up in office, somebody baby daddy with a comb over and some orange makeup, because y'all thought y'all was gonna have some loopholes. But I'm here to tell y'all, it is the people that make money that's gonna be able to jump through those loopholes. And baby, if you was waiting for the president of the United States to make some money, then that tells me what kind of hustler you are. You hustle backwards, baby. I never had to wait for a president to be whoever the president was for my pockets to be right, because I don't backwards hustle.
That means your game is not working.
Game ain't right.
Crying. Wow, you got them hustling backwards.
Yeah, they out here thinking they game tight. They don't even know what the game is, much less be tight. They don't even know what the rules of the game is to be tight. They wasn't even playing in the game until just last year. They wasn't playing until they couldn't get no cooter. And then they run around here being incels, and now you thought you was going to teach us a lesson. Now what you're going to do is teach yourself a lesson, especially you Latino men. I don't even know what the heck you guys were thinking about.
What do you mean?
You guys sat up here and heard this man say he was going to deport all these people. But I said it earlier in my life. I think what they think is they're going to deport all these people out of here, and then black people are going to work those jobs because they assume, Donald Trump thinks that we have certain black jobs that we work. Well, he's sadly mistaken, baby. You better go on over to California and see what I'm talking about, because we not working that nary job that nobody else didn't want to work. We already did that for too long. Y'all can't get our jobs. You got to have especially, you better remember that black women specifically are the most highly educated in this country.
I saw that.
You think you're going to slide on up in here and get one of our jobs? I don't know. I'm sorry. I don't know what to tell you. You better figure it out. You better vet that out with yourself. And if you need to have a conversation with yourself and pretend like you are not the racist, that we already know you are, if that's what makes you go to sleep at night, have at it. But don't come over here trying to be friends with us because you feel like, it was just the president of the United States. No, we're going to make you stand on that decision, and we're going to make you stand on that decision 10 feet tall, especially when he sit up here and do something that's just outrageous, like shooting some bleach up in y'all butts. We're going to laugh about that.
Bleach in your straight back, that's funny. Who would do such a thing? Who would do such a thing? Putting bleach up there like that? Y'all into some freaky stuff out there. Into some freaky. She's okay. Well, listen, straight fact. I got to move it on, all right? But listen, as always, I appreciate you coming up here and expressing and letting them know the truth, the straight facts, all right? Let's go.
Thank y'all so much for the gifts. I appreciate it. Wish you have a wonderful rest of your day.
All right, you as well. Yeah, she said put the bleach up there. Woo! All right, ladies and gentlemen. Oh my God, listen to that. We're doing a little bit of cooking with Crisco. All right. Oh my gosh, ladies and gentlemen. Oh my goodness. I see a few of you up there. All right. Don't worry. I'm gonna drill, baby, drill. Good morning, Takesha. How are you doing? Welcome.
Hey Zeus, how you doing?
Breaking news. You don't want to know who my dad is. You relax. All right. I'm doing all right. How are you?
I'm good, Zeus. I got three quick things I want to talk about.
Go ahead.
First of all, let me go on and tackle DEI right quick.
Okay.
And I'm sure a lot of people think DEI was created so black people could get jobs that they weren't qualified for because of their race.
Mm-hmm.
But they don't have a problem, Zeus, when Billy Bob is the manager of the AutoZone and they want their child to have an application in for a first job. So, Billy Bob, they friend. And so they tell Billy Bob, can you push everybody else's application to the side and give my child a job? They don't have a problem with that, Zeus.
They
They
don't.
don't have a problem with somebody being the CEO of a company and they know they grew up with their children grew up together and their child need a job and they want that CEO to pull their child in over everybody else that applied for the job. They don't have a problem with that, Zeus.
They
But they got
don't.
a problem with DEI, which they don't even know what DEI is.
Tell them,
They
Takesha.
got a
Tell
problem
them.
because they think that black people are getting ahead through DEI rather than through our educational backgrounds.
Wow.
These people are pitiful.
You right. You're right. Ain't that something? Hypocrites. There's some hypocrites.
And the last man said that when Trump got in office, that he was nice to, he got nice to people. Maybe I slept through Trump's first term, Zeus, because I don't remember that part of Trump's first term. Do you?
No.
Maybe I was Rip Van Winkle during Trump's first term and I didn't know anything about it because that kind of confused me on that.
Yeah.
And then let's talk about Byron Douglas. And Tim Scott.
Byron.
Tim Scott that paid Mindy to marry him so it could look better.
Yeah.
He was a married man. Now, Juice, let me break this down in football talk. Because
Talk to
I
him.
love football.
Okay, talk to him.
Those were 2 first-round draft picks. Tim and Byron. They was up there. They did everything they could. They was the standout, Zeus. So everybody assumed that when the position came, when the draft came, that they was gonna be first-round draft picks.
They should have been, yeah.
But Zeus, they ain't even going in the 10th round. Do you hear me? Do you know how crazy they gotta be to put 2 first-round draft picks in the 10th round, Zeus? He didn't have no position for them in the first round. Why they got to wait till the 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th round when they were 2 of the first-round draft picks, Zeus?
Woo! Hey, at least they ain't woke, though. At least they ain't woke.
Has any black person been chosen in the first-round draft pick, Zeus?
It's like they invisible. It's like they invisible. Yeah.
But you love black folks so hard. They got up there and they simp for them, Zeus, and they still ain't got a position.
They invisible to Donald Trump.
The only cabinet position they got is in their kitchen above their stove. They ain't got now. Zeus, they still waiting. Zeus,
oh my God!
Round, and they name still
Cabria W. Cabria. Tell them, Takesha.
Zeus, I'm so confused.
No.
And let me say this one last thing.
Go ahead, tell
I
them.
cannot agree with Shay when she said we want Trump to do good. No, I don't. I want him to tank the economy. And I want him to do real bad so that the stronghold that he got over MAGA can finally be broken. These people, if he do good, they gonna still think that he greater than God. And that ain't what I want. I want him to fail bigly.
Yeah.
Bigly, Zeus. So these folks can go to God on their knees, repent, and get their minds back.
Amen.
Right now, that stronghold he got over them is stronger than Gorilla Glue.
That Gorilla Glue is some strong glue. That's why they put the gorilla in front of it. That's strong.
Exactly, Zeus.
Yeah.
And that's what I wanted to say, Zeus.
Okay.
The first round draft pick, the Gorilla Glue, I don't want him to do good. I'm not going to lie. I'm not finna have no kumbaya moment and act like I just want him to succeed because I absolutely do not.
Amen.
And it's not because of hate. It's for the sake of the people that I know once knew God, was head of our lives, that now has put Trump in that position.
It's like spare the rod kind of thing, right?
I want souls saved from a hellfire's grave. And if that's the way we got to do it with him not succeeding, then fail.
Goodness gracious. I mean, you drive a hard bargain with that one right there. I mean, I do believe a lot of people are saying we are in the FAFO stage right now. And it's going to be a lot of weeping going on out there in real short order.
They call him David, I call him King Saul. Saul's finna tear their butts up, and they don't even see it.
Well, when they start crying, I'm gonna be right there. Go ahead, God. Get him a little bit low. All right. Well, Keisha, thank you. Thank you so much. All right, ladies and gentlemen, show some love. Let's give Keisha, the beautiful Keisha, a round of applause. No lies detected. I mean, if you can't laugh at the circus act, then something's wrong with you. This is a circus act Donald Trump is putting on, and watching his supporters come up in here and, whoo, yes, sir, I'd love to smell your dirty diaper and give you a nice little kiss. It's quite impressive. All right. All right. What do you need, Snuggles?
Hello. I was listening to all of that stuff that Biden and the Harris administration didn't help the black people. I am so sorry, you guys. But Donald Trump's here to help you. Don't worry about it. I guess you know.
Oh, okay. So, did you hear the part about Tim Scott and Byron Donalds?
Right.
Go ahead and elaborate on that.
Are all the positions filled?
And please, if you don't mind, I would prefer you don't speak on Democrat business. You
are
have no affiliation with the party. You have no affiliation with the Democrat Party.
Right. Are all the positions filled?
Well, if they're not filled, could you at least give us a hint in terms of what positions they might be eligible for?
Did the voters vote them back in?
Who?
Donald's?
Oh, Byron and
right, he did an excellent job. Yeah. And we got to clean up all the Senate. We got to take the Democrats out.
Cabria, thank you.
Right, we got to take the Democrats. We got to take all the criminal Democrats out. So we need Byron, and we need Tim Scott in the congressional hearings, so we can
Snuggles,
take all the Democrats down.
Honestly,
what's up?
I've been going to your lives sometimes when I'm
absolutely,
and you all just don't seem happy.
Oh, I am super happy. We're gonna take down this swamp. We're gonna take you guys down. Don't worry about it, and don't worry about your jobs. Don't worry about the black communities. You guys are gonna rise up.
I don't think
we'll get
you're
you back
happy.
going.
I don't think you're happy because I went there.
Oh,
you were singing sob songs.
I am super happy. I got my steak from you.
Does he look happy? Does Snuggles look happy, ladies and gentlemen?
You guys
he look happy?
have still lost. You and Shay and everybody's still in dreamland.
Put a no in the chat if Snuggles doesn't look happy. Look at this. Look at this.
Look at this guy here. You guys promote hate.
Look at all these no's.
You will never be president. You ask why you guys lost. You're still complaining. Hey, you're still race baiting. You're still doing that. You will never win presidency.
Look at all the no's. Look at all these people who don't.
You will never win any presidency with your race baiting and your poor me type shit. You guys will never win.
Now, I've asked you, don't curse. Listen.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm just saying you will never win a presidency with race baiting.
Okay, great.
Never.
Great. But here's the thing, Snuggles. Here's the thing. Donald Trump's about to get impeached. If you haven't noticed, Jack Smith.
Good luck with that.
Jack Smith is going to be releasing a report.
We got the Senate.
Jack Smith is going to be releasing a report about all of
these crimes. Right. But he'll be acquitted, by the way, because we got the Senate.
Okay.
Nice try. Keep trying though. You guys keep trying.
Really?
You lost all your court cases.
Okay.
You haven't done nothing.
Okay.
You're still in deniability.
Okay.
Yep. Get that heater ready. Because I've won, guys. Snuggles.
A prime candidate for hell. Snuggles, you're on your way to hell with gasoline draws on, and I'm going to help you get there. Ladies and gentlemen, let's throw Snuggles into the lake of fire. POS? Tara, you said POS? Get on out of here, Snuggles. All right. Oh, my goodness. Yeah. Deport Snuggles is what they say. And, I believe Snuggles is not... Snuggles, to be honest, now that I think about it, you might get deported. Now that I think about it, Snuggles, you might get deported because of your, your ancestry. You like you say, we are our ancestors. And so on that note, Snuggie, goodbye. Speaking of Snuggie, I want to bring up my good friend G-Man.
Man, I wish you put me up with that Snuggie character because I got to be one Latino to another. Why he support that dude? Yeah. You ain't winning. You're still a freaking loser.
Yeah.
And I'm independent. I criticize both parties, but Zeus, I need to pay you for you be my personal trainer because I just finished. I'm home.
Don't worry. Snuggie said he wants to talk to you, G-Man. Did you want to get in some words with him, or you want to just say it to him?
No. See, he did give me the respect. I try to get the benefit about when I come on one of his lives. Look at Snuggie. I look good for 6'0" for being Puerto Rican, right? Army veteran Bones and Kings, despite that draft dog. Listen,
Yeah.
I try to get Snooky. Hope you listen to this. I try to give you the benefit of the doubt, but since you try to use the same old white talk about gas prices and all that, and you actually muted me, bought me out.
Oh.
And you say that you think I was triggered. I wasn't triggered. You just don't want me to roast your ass. Excuse me, your gluten maximus on your live.
Yeah.
That's all it is.
He doesn't
That's
want
all,
you to
Snuggie.
roast him.
You're gonna get cooked. That's what Zeus called. I call it you get roasted.
Yeah.
Hand on to you. But believe me, for it seems like you're Latino, Snuggie.
He
They
is.
might deport you. And,
Yeah.
and you're a little bit darker. You're a little bit darker than me. I figure you were Latino. You got a little bit Negro features in you, man. But
G man, at least he won't be woke when he gets deported, right? At least he won't be woke.
Unless he's Puerto Rican, I don't know what nationality he is. But if he's not Puerto Rican like me. But anyway, the reason I came here, I had that Billy Bob talking about migrants. You were criminals, right?
Yeah,
But you voted for a criminal in the office. I know you don't want. He was deflecting about you bringing about the charges. I'm from New York. We try to tell you Billy Bob's for over 8 years, 9 years about him from the get go. But I'm gonna say it raw to the point. Deep down inside, your Billy Bobs and Becky's are just as racist and cowardly, just like him. Just be straight. Just say it out loud,
Just
man.
say it.
Just say it.
Yeah.
If you had a paw that you claimed that you had a pair,
Yeah.
But this is me. I'm not crying to have some Billy Bob from other state Georgia takes me not cry. I don't cry. You could have felt the consequences from your voting.
Yeah.
Or some people lack of voting.
That part.
We just wait and see. And see how you picked this cabinet and what you're saying about
Byron.
two brothers are qualified, and one is the great himself. Was chauffeur other people cars that he's U.S. senators from South Carolina chauffeuring like he was a good old boy. He still didn't got picked. Now, that's more than one time he got overlooked.
Yeah. They don't get it, G-Man. They think that the more they worship him, the closer they'll get to their freedom. And they're finding out, like they had to find out back in the day, you can do all you want to do, but you'll never get your freedom.
Yeah, Zeus. The reason I came here for that Billy Bob talk about crime, but I'm gonna let you know. They passed a crazy law here in Georgia, and Texas is similar. The ESO profile, someone look like me, because they took two different strategies from the perpetrators, regardless, any perpetrator, regardless what your complexion, racing on it, do a crime, do the time. I'm sorry. But what the same energy of your Billy Bobs through the mass pupils of the school happened around September, beginning of school. Why didn't have that same energy in of it?
Thank you,
but still,
yeah.
We wait to see, and see, and I know you don't have enough time, but this is my last thing because I'm a veteran.
All right.
I'm more concerned the people's in the armed forces. If you upheld your oath or not, because what Trump is, he tried to do court martials to people who quote that back told that upheld the oath like yours true. It doesn't expire.
Yeah.
He was a yes boss. He wants something like Putin and that character for North Korea.
Yeah.
And see how that turned out.
Yep.
But still, people, we got 2 years to get the thing straight.
Yep. And we're going to do that. We're going to do that because no matter what, Trump can't get reelected. So it is what it is. And we can continue to be honest with the American people like we've been doing. All right.
Yeah, that's I'm more worried about the people in the military if they upheld the oath or not. Because see, he been getting away with legal court. This is I'm kind of more concerned because I just hope they upheld the Constitution. You never know. Like what happened at BLM at D.C.
Yeah.
It's just going to be appetizer what he called the military against his own citizens. Just saying, just prepare people.
Yep, be prepared. Well, listen, G-Man, all right, brother?
I'm going to let you go.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, WG-Man in the chat, all right? He just cooked Snuggles. Easy. It's so easy to cook Snuggie. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I got to get up out of here, all right? What a great show. You all deserve a round of applause, seriously. Thank you to all of my subscribers, gifters, moderators, and panelists as well. Without you, this show wouldn't be what it is, all right? One of the most DEI friendly places on the app, all right? Because we talk to everyone, no matter what their walk of life is, all right? And to the Trump supporters, like I said, I will be beating the impeachment drum, all right? Because I firmly believe that if Donald Trump gets out of line just once, draft up those articles and make sure he understands. If you don't do what we need you to do, get on out of here. Y'all better help him follow the rules and tell Elon to go home so that he don't get distracted. All right, y'all better tell him. All right, seriously. But also, I know there's some Zeus haters out there, and they know exactly who they are. These are some Zeus haters. I mean, these people make up all kinds of things about Zeus, and not just me. They probably make up things about all of you because they have a lot of hatred in their heart, right? I mean, these are the worst of the worst, and they are truly assets for Vladimir Putin. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's give him one last round of booze and shame. I'll be back tomorrow. Love you too. Same Zeus time, same Zeus channel. If I didn't get to you today, it doesn't mean I love you any less. W Creative Inc. Studios. All right, ladies and gentlemen, have a great rest of your morning. Thank you, Bounce. I love you all. Love you all. Deb, thank you. You're right, Q Dog. Thank you. Let's go, ladies and gentlemen. Have a great rest of your morning. W Bounce in the chat. I love you all too. Hey, MAGA. Y'all really should start MAGA paying for this education. It's sad that we get out here and we educate you Trump supporters like this and you don't respect it. Maybe you would respect it if you paid for it, right? Thank you, everyone. Love you all. Have a great rest of your morning. Stay safe. You too, Bounce. Let's go. Have a great rest of your morning. Miss Cam. Tinkerbell. Love you. I love you all, seriously. Hey, hey. No, I can't battle. Have a great rest of your morning. Bye, Lucy. Woo. Democrats are the winners. Make sure you say it. Hey, 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 Cabria, thank you. These Trump supporters, like that cute dog. I enjoyed the show. I enjoyed you. W Cabria, thank you. W Bounce. Y'all have a great rest of your morning. Cole as a day, Queensley. I love all of you, seriously. La Lucy. Audit today. W Shay. I see you, Cece. I gotta be able to connect these dots. I know that you love to hate me, or you love me, right? Either way it goes, you love me. Somebody has to tell the truth out here, all right? And Jack Smith, please get us that report as soon as possible, Jack Smith. I need that. I needed it like 2 months ago, 3 months ago. Right, Cole as a day. Kimmy, I see you. W Heaven in the chat. All right. We're almost out of here. You know what we got to do? We got to do some drill, baby. Drill. All right, because guess what, ladies and gentlemen? We have so much liquid gold underneath our feet. And if we could just tap into that, we would be energy independent, energy dominant, you know?
How they go crazy when I say the late great Hannibal Lecter.
That's right.
Drill, baby, drill, then a frack. Drill, there's a frack.
That's what we doing. And I'm about to actually go start doing some of this. Yeah, I'm about to go start doing this, ladies and gentlemen. Ange, where are you at, Ange? Hey. Drill, baby, drill like it's Hannibal Lecter time.
Insane asylums.
Yeah.
You know, they go crazy when I say the late, great Hannibal Lecter.
And why?
Okay, they say, why would they die?
What are we going to do?
We're going to lower your taxes. Deep insane asylums. You know, they go crazy when I say the late, great Hannibal. Drill, 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 baby,
Thank you, Capria. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Deep insane asylums. All right, I'm out of here. Have a great rest of your morning, ladies and gentlemen, and keep up the great work. All right, unleash all of that energy and drill, baby, drill.